no, that's stolen legacy. I ain't talking about stolen legacy.
Oh, okay.
He's defending George E. James' work.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Indus Kemet, K-A-M-I-T, Kush. Indus, I-D-U-S, Kemet,
Indus Kemet Kush.
Yeah, right. Good book. Yeah, so, yeah, what you gonna say?
But like I said, if we start collecting books here, you can just put the book on the shelf. You're in there, I can come here and read it. Any book that you want to give, if you got that book here, you can just pick it up and read. And put a bookmark in and come back and just read it. And if there are many people that are interested in the book, they can come in and sit down and read. Because you got 24 hours in a day. You can find time.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Don't, this is teachable moment. Why would you do that? Why should I come here and read that book?
You got books, I want to come and see what
no,
you got.
I'm just my question. Yeah. My question is, for someone who we start to accumulate books for people to read, books like such as what? That you're talking about having in here?
Well, like say, autobiography of Malcolm X.
Why I want to read that?
Well, first off, like I say, this man went through what the majority of young men go through in life, especially the ones that come out and go to the Nation of Islam. Then you have the brothers that go in and come out as Christians, where they were just gangsters. Then you got some that go in as gangsters and come out as gangsters.
Okay, well, all right. So you give me the whole synopsis of the book. I was just being rhetorical.
Yeah.
But I was asking you, yes.
Why would I want to read it?
Right, because again, actually coming from him, he was one of the ones who coined, if you want to hide anything, you put it in the book. Right, because they know, because again, man,
you use that too. When you want to hide something today, you got money in your house, or you, like knowing what he said, if you got people in your house, first thing you do, like I do anyway, if I'm anywhere, this book around, if I got money and I'm spending the night, I put the money in the book. Because I know your wife.
But not to toot my own horn, you know, my book is a new kid on.
Oh yeah, please.
Because there's very few books about us that are there. Some of them are lacking.
Welcome,
very few books about us that have been written by us. You know, peace, God. I'm great. So the legacy I got has a lot of promise, man, to educate people not only who we are, but who they are. A lot that are coming in now don't realize who we are, don't understand our culture, you know, which is, well, I'm eclectic, you know, I've been counseled by a lot of men that, you know, they read about that I knew personally, that raised me in before I became 5%. You know, I've been with this culture 51 years, but prior to that, I had involvement in this center. So, you know, it goes around, comes around. Book knowledge is so important, man, because I remember people used to watch the movie to get an idea about the book for their report, you know, but it's nothing like you for the book. No one has read the book, it's a whole different perspective.
Because it's more detail.
More detail.
The man-child in the promised land.
Right. That was one of my, Perry Thomas, that was one of my
down these mean streets, yeah.
Down these,
that's
right. Town's promised land.
Yeah, it was after the Spanish version of that. Yeah. So peace to everybody.
Peace.
You know, see, I got to. I'm gonna use that word. I got people here. So welcome to 120 Degrees discussion class. When God lost y'all, you know, everybody knows. I'm the informator. I got intelligence, Sudan. Young lady, Queen, what is your name?
My name is Len.
Len?
Yes.
Len.
Welcome.
Peace, Len. And your name, black man?
Jeff.
Jeff, peace, Jeff, welcome. So we in the law school, and I just tied into what we were talking about earlier. So a large 5% nation of the 5%, a nation that was started in 1964 by Almighty God. Almighty God. In this case, we're talking about Allah, a black man, actually, who came to empower us with the knowledge itself. I also include, I guess, in my bill, how even to this day and time, now non-traditional and orthodox, sometimes the science is to most people. In fact, earlier before you came in, myself and Sudan was talking, and then listen, man, you know, we love black people. Like the God's book, Divine Prince, the legacy of our God, is a collection of writings and sciences that we're talking about. But our culture largely is connected to our people as well. You know, it's specifically orientated with our lessons, of course, because it's about the elevation of your mind and who you are, right? But moreover, you know, like Allah taught us that we're not anti-white or pro-black. During a time in 1964, when, again, we got to go here, that's when this knowledge, we had two, again, major voting legislations, the Voting Rights Act of 1964 and the 65, and the Voting and Civil Rights Act, which meant that during that particular period, man, I mean, but we know, for those that are older, we know what that was like, you know? Yeah, because they were sick dogs on us, man, and they're sick dogs on us, man, and they were there. Us, you, us, them. There was no if and no. I'm white, you black, but it is what I'm privileged, and I'm privileged, and I'm arrogant based upon your sweat and labor, right? And you don't know that because you lack, not just being 5%, you lack knowledge. You don't know your history, your origin. That's why you dancing to the beat of anybody's drum. Right, so, you know what I mean? And there were a lot of people, besides Allah. I only speak specifically because I'm a citizen, like most of my brothers here, of Allah's 5%. But I'm not going to negate, I'd be remiss not to mention my brothers, Noble Jew Ali or Marcus Garvey, you know, Drusilla Houston, these historians and people who were in the limelight, definitely Master Father Muhammad, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you know. Listen, our Christians, see, earlier we were talking about, I'll tie it in again, I'm gonna go a long way around the block, but we were talking about people come from different walks of life here. You know, like the Sister Lynn or yourself may come, I'm just coming to listen. You gotta be a 5%, and we ain't getting dogmatic. Right. You know, if you like what you hear and you want to, absolutely. We're not forcing you to come or to stay. But one thing we definitely want to do, especially in this class, if it's nothing else, man, let me lead people to the origin of yourself, man. Know who you are. Now, it's one of the books about black people invented everything. Because we did. Yeah, get your answer.
Okay, if I want to read some of the literature in the books, how do I go about like purchasing a book like that?
Okay.
I
got you. I was at the class. I got you.
Okay.
All right. I also want to do for people that are coming to class regularly. You know, one book I definitely gave to some people was the True History of Allah in the 5%. For those that were there, you know, that back in the early 60s, so you can get an understanding of who we are, right, from the mouth of those that walk with him. Not for those just freestyle. I mean, myself and Divine Prince, we came a little bit after, right? You know, a lot of them were still young whippersnappers with the knowledge and wisdom teaching us. But, you know, this way you kind of get, okay, I understand, you know, you still get the dynamic from the God and his work, you know, because, you know, according to our math, wisdom is the way. But to go back to your question, yeah, we have here of the Office of Cultural Management. You know, we have books. Okay. You know that I'm obtaining those books primarily for the class, and that's for here and abroad. You know what I mean? So I got you. I'll you know show you how to go about that.
Oh, okay.
Because that's important.
Yes.
Going back to books. Because that's where we started. Right, in this conversation. In our lessons, right, in the 1 to 14, it tells us, man, why the devil keep and teach our people so literally. right? Because he used them for a tool, also a slave. He keeps them blind so he could master them. Illiterate means ignorant. Now, prior to us coming here and being involuntarily forced, I mean, well, we always were, but we were robbed, literally, right, of how we speak, right? The very thought process that formulates language was taken from you, right? And how was it done? Through fear. Nigga, put your hands down, nigga. I'm gonna look at you, put your head down. You know, you came on the boat, Malik, with your name Jeff now. Your name Kenny and Mike and Bob. Now, ain't no wrong with those names in this day and time, because Almighty God's the honorable name. But historically, we know where them names came from. Right. See, when you understand who you are, then you understand, that's the whole purpose of knowledge itself, then you understand everything around you, right? So we understand how knowledge was taken from us, man. And unfortunately, and during the period I'm referring to also is, because that wasn't the case abroad. That was the case during a period of like from 1421 all the way to 1865. Moreover, 1555 in that particular area, right? And Hawkins and, you know, because you had all kinds of Dutch in England and Spaniard and England more so. But they were last. They were just the most successful in their brutality and horrific presentation of slavery. So, all right. So now we're brought over here, right? You know, of course, they'll tell you, no, 18, no, what was it? 1619, I'm bugging. This is when you was brought over here. No, you was Jamestown, Virginia, the first 20. That's the first slaves, right? But that wasn't. You was already the product of a slave, right? You was taken first from Africa. That's why I call it the transatlantic. Trans means three. I took you first from Africa, then I took you to the Caribbean. Again, not to slight our brothers and sisters that lived in the Caribbean, because we traveled. The black man traveled. I just didn't go to the Caribbean because you made me a slave, but a large influx in population of us settled there as a result of you. I got you, God. Give me 1 second. Because this is a discussion class. It ain't monologue. It's dialogue. So you raise your hand, I got you. Yeah, we teaching each other here. Right. So, but when we got to this island, or these islands, plural, yeah, because it wasn't just Jamaica, it was different places, right? And we was broken, right? This is when the horrific circumstances, when Alex Haley, I had to put on to meeting him, like myself and my brother, we met a lot of these historians and these people, they literally, like they whipped and beat you and like, and then once you got here, you definitely. I'm not even trying to even think about nothing else. But what's the direction? Where do I move? You know, out of fear. So books. You wasn't only a handful were allowed to read, right? Ironically, and what was even more irony, a lot of them were illiterate. These whites. That's right. It was just that they were collectively in power, and there was an aim and a goal to make this horrific circumstances happen. But according to the story, you were even more illiterate in most cases, because here go a man. Well, I'll get back to that story. So books actually started being introduced via the Bible, quite often. That's why I said about when we were talking about the church, you talking about the sister coming in, and you got people, peace. You got people who may come in here, they Christian, whatever. The only reason why I'm respecting that form of religion with them is because of our presence there. Because if you really want the history, that wasn't given to you. Jesus did not come to you and save you in the manner in which you're being taught in this church. That's me to show and prove. Now we go back to the books. That's written by us. The truth that was crushed to the earth, they didn't want you to see. Because my famous question before I get to the Divine Prince is, prior to religion, what was your way of life? You know what I mean? What was your way of life prior to religion? You know what I mean? What highlights and what catapults that is who we are as a people. First of all, Richard Allen and the African Methodist Episcopal Church. I didn't want you to read nigger in my. I didn't want you to be part of my church. He started his own, and he said, since we're gonna start our own, every gospel, everybody that's part of this Bible is going to be black. And I'm not just doing that for some freestyle bravado. Historically, Jesus is black. Your own books describes him as being such. You know what I mean? So, you know, go ahead, Divine Prince.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight the fact that it's significant, well, at least to me, to know that the first slaves to come to this part of the Northern Hemisphere were from West Africa.
Okay,
right?
yes.
But in North Africa, the Arab also ran roughshod over the Africans. You know what I'm saying? And their form of slavery was very brutal as well. And the fact that you read, man, how they would castrate the men and put them in their army. You know, there's a whole lot with this. So slavery, a lot of people think that our enslavement began in America here, but if you think about it, I can't remember the king's name, but the Mandinga came here by boat way before the coming of the Europeans. But that their boys here created a pathway for them to, you know, go there. But I just wanted to bring that out. That
that's important.
Slavery was an institution in North Africa.
Well, I tell, again, thank you for that too. Again, we're not here to disparage, telling the truth. Right? I'm not telling you that Islam or Christianity, people who want to do that, they want to do that, that's peace to them. But historically, how it was introduced. See, check this one in. According to our lessons, we teach about, you do teach about Jesus, Muhammad, all of them. But we teach you what they were teaching. Like Jesus' teaching was what?
Freedom, justice, and equality.
Wasn't Christianity. Right? When they came to Muhammad, they don't tell you about Bilal, this black Ethiopian. They give you that he was the first one to sing the Adhan, their prayer. That's how they do that one. But they don't talk about Bilal ibn Rahab, the house of Rahab, you know, and Ethiopia, and why was he sent? Right? Boom. Right? Because again, science will teach that there ain't nothing spooky about, there was nobody angelically telling him. Now, I had an argument, almost had to fight one of the Arab dudes, mostly because he was devout. So that's an insult for me to tell him that, no, so you're telling me that someone angelically whispered for him, because according to the story, they told him Iqra in Arabic to read. Muhammad said, I can't read. You know what I mean? But he's taught. But I leave out the agent that Divine Prince was doing. Why would you do that? Huh? Why would you not? And he's an important figure in the story. Yeah, because I need to, it was him that taught him. Oh, okay. Gabriel was angelic. No, he walked.
Right, that's right.
Right, this dude walked, right? So I did, come here, you can't read? No problem, I'm going to help you. Because you're the one that's going to take us where we need to go. Here go my story, though. But actually, he saved Bilal. I'm going to tell you how he took tied in. From slavery. Right? Yes. So, but when they pass away, like Buddha, you got Buddha, this is a slim black man. You got to look at the big fat Chinese dude in the yoga stand with the big belly up. Or it's Buddha, you know, like you see the China. I just watch the karate flicks. Even the Universal flag. You know, oh, look at Buddha, yeah, God help. You know, maybe wild on Jamaica Avenue or whatever. But the truth be so, as we became educated, that wasn't Buddha neither. But so, and then come to find out, that's why they exiled him. This was the origin of the Indian. But we'll get to that in a whole nother, a whole nother side. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that what Divine was saying, or tying in with the Divine Prince was saying was, when these men and prophets passed, you changed their teachings to make it easier upon you. Right. See? Now, here go 3 great men in history that taught. You sit there, bro. You ain't got to be nervous. You know, you ain't ask no questions. So anyway, now that's my brother. Our brother. You know,
our brother.
Yeah. So Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus. Right? So when these men, I'm not trying to teach you, I'm not trying to teach the people what you teach, what you taught them. Now that I'm taking over, I'm freestyling your teaching. So you corrupt it. So it's no longer, now it's Buddhism and Mohammedanism and it's Christianity. Because he taught freedom and equality. Even John tell you that. What's today's date?
27.
Yes, it is. What's the day in mathematics? What's the first degree in the 1 to 40? What's the first lesson? Not the first degree. What's the 27th question in the 1 to 40? I'll give you the answer. What's the question?
The question?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
What is his name?
Pardon me. This is God. What is the name of the place where the devil was manufactured?
Pelon, the same as Patmos. And Revelation chapter 1, verse 9. An island situated on the Aegean Sea. I, John, also am your brother and companion in tribulations, was in the kingdom and patience of Jesus Christ, was in the isle that is called Patmos, for the word of God and the testimony of Jesus Christ. Listen, so, the 27th, to the 5% is wisdom God. What's that got to do with today? Right? Okay, lot. Especially right now, because what wisdom means to speak wisely. And we're talking about God speaking wisely so the truth can be born, which is 9, into the minds of the people. Not just now when the law came, but even then. Showing proof, not a problem. Pelon, according to our introduction to history, he was created, Caucasian, on the island of Pelon. National Geographic will attest to this in this day and time. Oh, this sounds horrific. How's he? Read National Geographic and all the other, we get to that in a minute. But anyway, so, according to date to this story, is 86 to 96 AD in the Gregorian calendar. Right? So Jesus is gone, 33, he's gone. Right? So Pelon then is a penal colony for anyone that's teaching, because his teachings was what? Right. So if you there, I'm here for his word. I'm your brother's tribulation because I'm here on this island. They got me exiled here. Why we got you exiled? Because you teach, so you ain't teaching the freestyle thing we about to do down the road. Right? You're here on the island because you teaching actual freedom and equality. So John, you go over there too. So that was Rikers Island. Pelon then 86 AD, right? It's a penal colony. And that's why he's telling you, you know, what for the word of God and testimony. Right? Not you know, no disrespect. Right? But like the God was saying, right, simultaneously, I went a long way around the block, simultaneously at the same time that these southern Mediterranean whites is coming into West Africa, you had the Arabs right there. The Habibis that got the store now, you got them. No pizza, my brother. But yeah, no question. The Prophet Muhammad, he was, yeah, but he all that, that was cute. But he didn't do that. He didn't enslave people. You did that later. See? Like they did with Buddha. Like they did with Jesus. See? You know? Because had you continued to do what he did, a lot of things wouldn't be where they were. Right? But, you know, of course, and the reason why I highlight the Divine Principle is a great point. Right? And that was horrific. You're going to take the man, castrate him. I'm taking your fathers and testicles from you. Right? Because you know, now you know, right? First of all, most people are afraid of that because that's the recreation of life.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You take my woman as a queen and you abuse and just wow.
Mm.
Doing that right now as we speak.
Right.
Yeah, doing it right now. That's happening. Right now, had a sister in Ghana was on the news talking about how I was kidnapped and sent to this Arab country and I was prostituted until I was freed. You know, people. Again, we're not here. I'm not here to get on the CNN and World News Tonight. And this is who we are as a people. See, when you have the knowledge of something, then you see when the law came and taught his 5%. I didn't get it till later, right? He taught us, man. One of the more highlighted statements from him is that we're not anti-white or pro-black.
Where you going?
Right now, it took me a minute, you know, okay? Because subjectively, this white dude still have. I'm talking. I got now. He got it. So and him too. So what? And nigga, what you doing? You gotta go to Mississippi. I'll catch you on Bedford, I'll catch you on Stony Reed Avenue. I'll catch you on Guy Brewer, New York Boulevard. You know, them old names, the other way you was at. You know, I'll get you here in front of these stores and whatever. Right here in Harlem. Right you, and you in Harlem. You can help you? What you want, nigga? Nigga, yeah? Right? Yeah, what you want? I own this shit here. I'm like, oh, okay. And we, yeah. Yes, you was doing it. Okay, Mr. Johnson. Let me go talk to my mom and them. We still had that thing about us, you know what I mean? But when this knowledge came, like I said, during that period, Allah understood, man, listen, we teach all human families on the planet Earth. First, he didn't teach to be a punk.
Right.
No, you gonna fight too. And the reason why you gonna need to fight, or you gonna need to protect this truth. Right? The fact that I'm saying this to you, peace. The black man is, wow, you're a minority in that view. We got centuries of record that would suggest to the contrary. God, what God? Oh, him? Make it rain, you're doing that? Yeah. I told her, again, I'm gonna go back to this. I told the old lady this, my sister, my older sister. You know what I mean? You know, I'm going out there. It was a Sunday. I'm going out to my building. Say, hey, so how you doing? He said, yeah, it was raining. That's how it started. I told the story before. He said, yeah, it's raining hard, God, but you know. And she caught when I said, okay, you say so. I'm respecting her. So I said, the husband looked down like, what do you mean if you say so? I said, well, if you say so. I mean, okay. He said, he opened the door. He said, son, you don't believe in God? Oh, absolutely not. Here's what I do know. I know God. What you talking about? We know him too. Nah, I don't know about that one. So you believe in him. So you about ready to go get entertained. God coming down there. You have to do that. Here, see, I'm going to tell you why it's raining. You want to know why it's raining? The earth, which is approximately, I went to that whole building storage degree.
Exactly.
Right. Look, man. Cloud, condensed water moving. It can't get out of Earth's atmosphere because the Earth is traveling 1,130 miles per hour on its way around the sun. So it makes the water impossible to leave the Earth's atmosphere. So it distills back. However, depending on the season that we in, right, it'll strike a cold current that we just got. Like tomorrow. The day after tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to rain. Meteorologist. He's doing what you should be doing.
Right.
Huh? Not looking to the. I'm telling you now. Right? When you understand the majesty of the world and how it works, overnight you're dispelling that myth, and that's why they don't want you to what? No. That's why one of the spills is when you again. We're 5%. We're civilized people. We're not here, again, I'm not here to disparage you, even though I remember my brother telling you a story. I was much younger. They were young myself. I was a child. they building in the park, and the black man's God. I was like, what? That's the only thing I really knew. You mean to tell me ain't no Jesus? He ain't coming? Exactly what I did. I like to always demonstrate. Sallow Baptist Church, Sunday, full church was packed. The man, Reverend Banks was up there. I bust his door in. Hey, the black man is God. Get this man the fuck out of my church. Man, come on with it. Yo, no. Black man. What are you talking about? This man's crazy. Talking about the black man is God. Blasphemy. Get him out of here. Talk to his mother. So, you know, I got embarrassed. You know, I didn't know nothing. So the guards were like, God, you don't do that, man. That's not what we do, man. You know, first of all, you don't know nothing. Your desire and willingness, because it speaks to who you are.
Right.
Yeah, we get you. You won't be a bad man pajama because you already want to fight, but you need tools to do that. Because even if he didn't do that, all he had to do was ask you this question: how were you God? And how were you going to explain that? You know, right? Because you can't. Right? You are, but you can't because you don't have enough what? Knowledge. That's why we say, man, knowledge means to what? Know. See, yeah, one of the root and core principles of a 5% is you know first, then you talk. You don't do the opposite. I had an argument also with my brothers who these lessons come out the mosque, right? So he said, I'm sorry. He said, I'm a 5%er too, the Nation of Islam brother. I said, yes, but you the otherwise, we're the all wise. He said, what do you mean? Quote to the degree. The degree goes to who the 5% poor part of the planet Earth. And the poor right teachers don't believe teaching 10% who are all wise know the true living God, and teach the true living God, the Son of Man, Spirit, black women, Asia, teach freedom is called all in the family, upon the planet Earth. Otherwise, known as civilized people, Muslims or Muslim sons. Muslim sons are the Masons. I'll get to that down the road. The Muslim, okay, in this case, well, the people we talk about are Elijah Muhammad. You know, we get you. I know Asiatic is, you know, I get all that, but I was just saying that because in that conversation, because I don't want people to misconstrue either. Like, because it can be easily done because our lesson said lost and found Muslim. When you said you're not Muslim, how are you? And so no problem, I explain. You know what I mean? You know, we're not talking about the Habibis, the Bubba, we're talking about how knowledge and wisdom came to the black man to the shores of North America. So they're asking this black man during this period in that cipher, are there any Muslim other than the righteous? No, I beg your pardon, I haven't heard of any. So they refer it to that. Not that it was a black man who got knowledge about me from them. But Almighty God was in the mosque, and based upon this very basic principle of just looking at information, right? He just read, okay, oh, it says who is the original man? The original man is the age of the black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet, the father of civilization, the God of the universe. You in that degree too, Queen. You know what I mean? And so he said, okay, man, is that everybody? Or is that just one person? Are we doing that thing now? Or just Sudan and we homaging him? No. He said, okay, bet. Peace to life. Peace to divine. So some people, you know, they working toward a script. Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. That's my man. Honorable Elijah Muhammad, my man. But when I asked you, can you explain what he meant? You couldn't. See, you had no understanding. Why? Because I'm popularizing what Infinite said. I did that too. Absolutely, I did. I did all the things I'm naming right now because I had to learn too. Because I like words. You know what I mean? But then the famous question was, excuse me, they asked me that, and to this day, how were you? You said you was what? God. Oh, you mean like no? I'm the Lord, thy God. I say let's like that to them. I'm gonna feel this. You gonna feel this here? Oh, no blasphemy. Oh, cause you going to hell? I said, yeah, I've been there. Cause hell is no lower than my feet, and heaven is no higher than my head. Let me ask you a question. No problem. I go to church and backflip with you right now, and get on the trampoline and get the Holy Ghost with you. If you can identify who your God is, physically, identify him. Don't give me the what, where, why, and how. You give me the street lingo, I lead by faith, not by sight, and all that. Don't get it. Yeah, okay, that was nice. That was good. Yay. Right, that was good. Okay, I'm not, but since we're having a discussion, I'm not here to disparage, but let's go, baby. Let's go, black man or black queen. She's white man. I'm not really so much into, we have discussion, but I'm passionate. Okay, I'll tell you what books. See, the only books, depending. Can't see. I had to be waking too, because I'm not gonna be strong in my house and weak in yours. Go back to books. I had to learn that too. How you gonna come to the Christian and tell him about who you are, but you don't know his book, or the Muslim, or the Mason, or anyone else for that matter. See, when you speak to, oh, you familiar? Okay, have a seat. Okay, so now let me explore. See, now my mind, people didn't hear. White man looked like Orville Redenbacher, came in here, knew these lessons well. Peace, peace to the gods. If they mathematics, wisdom, God, or be born to. I mean, what? Look at this, dude looking like he gonna sell ice cream to people. Right? But he was influenced by us.
Right.
And he accepted, I know who I am. I get it. I'm not running from that, but I like this here. I can't have that, yes you can. And this is how we can fashion that for you to have. Big black man is God. But we can fashion that to you. We give you that. Because we can teach, while we're commissioned righteously to teach all human families of the planet Earth. I'm not going to deny you. Right? And kind of to bring it all back to the group. These knowledges, and especially this knowledge and wisdom, had to be given to us, man. Because look what was done to you. Right. Noble Ali came. He's one of the first ones to come with the circle and the seven, the Morris Sinus. Peace to my brother. But he didn't come like the God. I'm not coming to be talking about the Prophet Muhammad. We're not doing that. I'm not coming. I'm fashioning Islam to accommodate black people here in the shores of North America, in Detroit, New York, or wherever you live. So you understand this truth. We're not talking about, you ain't got to wear long jalabias and the kufi and you wrap your face up. I can't, no. You ain't got to do all that. Marcus Garvey, right? Yeah, so Marcus Garvey in that book goes into the origin of who we are. And UNIA, he started, Universal Negro Improvement Association, right? But all these people came, to empower us with the knowledge. Right? Quite often we get like in this build, in this comment, in this discussion, oh, you hate white, especially 5% too. And I rightly so. I understand your question. Yeah, right. Because I'm saying, listen to this one. Who was the original man? The original man, the age of the means making the only the cream of the planet, the father of the station, the God of the universe. Yeah, okay, who was the colored man? Okay, the white man. Yaakov grabbed the devil of the planet Earth. Damn, that's disparaging. You're that and I'm this? Yeah. But now again, we're not to negate your contribution to civilization or you being civilized, but you're born out of murder and sin. Sure is. Right? There you are. So, and then when you look at, right, it is now 1:10, and everyone but us is benefiting from what we did. Right. We some bad people in this very room. Right? Give me this paper, man. Your reparations thing. Yeah. You got. Okay. Whatever. All right. But here you go. Yeah. So now I'm bringing this up only because to this day, to this day, we're still talking about you having to give reparations, man. How do you accommodate the pain, the loss, the suffering? Past, present, and currently, right? Because you erased history. So improve simply. Watch this one. We ain't gotta go that far. Let's go back 5, maybe 6 years ago. They're digging into the ground by Lafayette Street somewhere. And it stumbled on, oh, yo, hold on, wait, those are bodies. Right? And then he come to find out this was a slave burial ground. Right? Listen, the story gets deep. We don't hear the small but very profound part. They fought for you not to have the burial ground because we want to put up this skyscraper. No disrespect, I gotta get graphic. Now I can't know about your people. We building me and Big Willie and them, we building this building. So we had to argue. And the fight was the word audience. So, you know, it was a struggle. Why? Because it wasn't enough of us aware or caring. It took people like Sharpton and us and other young men and whatever to, yo, hold on, time out. Yeah, get the cameras, get Informago, get Eyewitness News here. Look, you know what I mean? Look, so now they excavate the ground and they did the African burial, right? But then you come to find out, you ready? Central Park was Seneca Village. Central Park was Seneca Village. A town, not a shanty, a town created by black people. But someone said, listen, we want that, move them out. Oh, but listen, okay, I'm gonna go this far. I got no problem moving, but you being diabolical erased the history. See? We get it. Things happen. Transactions. Okay, we need this land. No harm, no foul. But your foul was diabolical. See? And the only reason why you talking about it now because of my man Carter G. Wilson. Black History Month. That was his Negro History Week. Him and my man Arturo Schomburg. I thought Arturo Schomburg actually was a white man because his name. You know, he was a black Puerto Rican.
I used to think he was a Jew.
Yeah, right. John Burr is a Jewish name. Right. But this is a man who tied us together. You know what I mean? So he showed, listen, man, like y'all, we all one people. You know what I mean? His right. Thank you, Sudan. His thing was books. See? Because books be talking about education. The reason why I didn't want you to read, I remember the God taught me this. I like this analogy. He said, because when you open the book, what does it look like? Like a bird flying, wings. Right, you take off with that. I said, okay, I like that. You took because I don't want your head in the book. That's why Malcolm said what he said. You know what I mean? Because we were taught not to look into a book. Even though now, our enemies mean, because our children are educationally sharp. They're more sharp than I'll admit than we were. We got little babies. I keep telling you, I'm baffled. In the stroller, navigating a phone. I'm having a problem calling Jeff. How do I swing to this? The baby like, okay, let me get Gabby Abby and that little cartoon and then know how to pause it and stop it. Right? But check out what he do. I'll put the truth in your face, but I'll teach you how not to look at the truth, but look at, in fact, my favorite, I think we was going to talk about this before when you was in class. I said the movie Panther. White man actually, well, whoever, in the movie, telling you, literally, the United States government goes to the mafia on a boat and said, listen, man, I need you, we got no problem with selling drugs, but you need to bring them right here in this hood, because we need to counteract what life of them doing. The same thing they did to Jesus. The same thing they did to Black Power. You know, you got all these groups like the Young Lords, the Panthers, the Weathermen, all these groups, they wasn't playing. He wasn't playing. Right, we're fighting, we'll die for this, right? Because it's about revolution, it's about change, right? The Panthers came, you know, listen, man, we want to feed the people, we want to do this, we want to do that, and da-da-da, but we also defend ourselves. And would you know, they, oh no, and people waking up. All these people I've seen, the barrettes and people, their hands up and whatever, they were like, oh hell no, they doing it. So we're fighting the Nation of Islam, then we're fighting the Panthers and all these other groups. And you got these young lords, they were noted, started out in East Harlem, first with fighting them because of sanitation. Cause we were born, I'm from South Jamaica, but we were born in abject poverty. Harlem then wasn't looking, now I wasn't on the gentrification. The case in point, why Superfly? When he's walking down the block, look how Harlem looked. The difference being, there was a sense of community though. Yeah, we didn't have the features, but we had each other. The young lords, I mean, on both sides, they were young group of men and women who were fighting the same thing, you know, fighting for the rights and you know of us and how we should live, and their thing was sanitation. They weren't even picking up garbage. You know what I mean? So they fought, you know, and it became a voice in that community. So, but once again, they didn't want, but like you had this troop that was relevant, that was waking people up. You had people that had things that were counteractive. You know what I mean? Yeah, good. Who, me? Okay, well, Ron Pence, that was right on cue.
I'm glad you brought that up about the young lords, you know, who have become obscure in the minds of a lot of young people. You can ask the average Puerto Rican today, you know, young person, or about Pablo Guzman or Felipe Luciano, who, matter of fact, was with the last poets. You ask that today, say, well, who are they? And, who's the young lords? You know, and I think it's a shame that their history has been obscure, but there's a deep history in New York of accomplishment of what they did. And you're right, you know, the whole thing was, in the beginning, was sanitation, because East Harlem was tore up. It was tore up, man, the health issues and all that.
Right.
But I remember myself, Pablo Guzman, Denise Oliver, Felipe Luciano, right, we had a march through East Harlem, coming through, and the numbers of, you know, the publicity about what they were doing was great. You know what I'm saying? But as always, you had the forces that were against their movements. You had the FALN.
Okay, yeah.
Right? You might remember, well, you might remember the brother, I can't remember his name, but he blew his foot off, you know, with a bomb.
Yeah, David something. Yeah,
right, and then he escaped from,
right.
He escaped from, and went to either Cuba or wherever he went, right? But it was a hell of a time, and it's just a shame to me that a lot of our history has been obscured, or has been, I say another word for minimized, thrown into obscurity, mediocrity, you know what I mean, don't matter. And it is worse now, they're taking away books, you know? So we all have the privilege of knowing who their heroes were, you know? Abuzu Campos and the rest of the men in Puerto Rico. That's right. So it comes around, man, it's more important now for us to recognize where we stand, or where our young people stand. You mentioned reparations, right? Well, in my mind, you can begin by giving us back the money you stole from the Freedmen's Bank. The black soldiers that came home from the Civil War, you know? That Frederick Douglass and that man that they had to back down because who was the president after Lincoln?
Thomas Jefferson.
It wasn't Jefferson.
Right?
No. Well, he's the one that suspended the Freedmen's Bank.
Okay.
All right? I can't recall.
Who said Jeff?
No, I said Hamilton.
No, he came from down south. They made a deal with the southern,
Was it Ulysses Grant?
no,
it wasn't Grant. I'm
no,
trying to remember his name.
Grant came after him.
Whoever came after Lincoln, he's the president.
Garfield.
It might have been Garfield, whatever. But I'm just saying, they said that they denied us and stole that money. You know, if they were to give back that money, it'd be in the hundreds of billions of dollars. You know, and the ongoing strife because the Jew got theirs, the others got their reparations, but ain't nothing coming here for us. You know, and it's a consistent thing that the issues we had back then are still the issues we have now. You know, the lack of education has got our people in the graveyard. And you got them now taking them for a friend, when in reality, man, you know, we are worse off now than we ever been. You know, knowledge-wise. So I'm glad you're bringing up those points, God, and identifying certain people that are important to our history.
Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson, that he was the one that
Okay,
suspended the
okay, that's good. See the phones? Yeah, see?
Say I'm pointing
Right. No, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you hear that because you'd be surprised. I could navigate to get on YouTube to hear his rap joint. Maybe not you want to test your music, but I'm gonna get on there though. Some of them, you know what I mean. All the older people too. No, okay, you gotta listen, Surrey.
He was some of the radio.
Okay.
He was some of the radio stations, man. WBAI,
Yeah. Oh,
WLIB. What was the brother, man? Entume.
Oh, Gary Bird.
Gary Bird.
Yeah.
Gary Bird.
Imhotep Gary Bird.
Right. Like It Is gone.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The things, man, that kept us abreast of what was really going on with us.
Right.
They're gone now.
Right.
You know, and if I can make one last
Yeah,
point.
sure you can.
Everybody raved about the Black Panther. You know, oh, this is the greatest, the movie, the Black Heroes, what have you. Now, from that movie comes a movie called Afrofuturism, where young black people are imagining a future just like they had in Black Panther with, you know, the computer sound.
Wakanda, right, technology.
And this is rising.
Right.
This is rising. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
certain personalities like the Black Eyed Peas, my man Will I Am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're really projecting that this is going to be our future, not realizing, man, that we're on the board to be wiped out of here. Unless we come together, man, and start doing something to regain our not composure, but our standing. You know, because there was a time, man, where all this stuff that's going on in Harlem now, you didn't stand a chance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we came together as a force of one.
Okay. Great bill. On that same note, the root of acting to get that done is you first having knowledge, right? During this particular period, also, again, I read it constantly. Then you had your man, this diabolical neo John Hawkins, this dude Hoover, who ran the FBI for quite some time, right? So he went from looking from Al Capone to we need to find the Black Messiah and let's murder this dude. See another movie, right? Judas and the Black Messiah. That was a movie about the Black Panther and that organization, but that whole thing, but the whole idea of that movie was let's find who the Messiahs are going to be, right? So you look, look into Panthers, infiltrate that, because we don't want that, man, because that's counter us, right? That's waking people up. That's not our job. We want you to continue to keep, shoveling your feet. The Nation of Islam, scared of that one, right? Right? Why? Because he did what Garvey did. He galvanized people, and they locked things down. Listen, laughed at the law first because he was a handful only, right? He leaves the mosque in '64, right? During the eye of Malcolm, Martin, all them around.
And Kennedy.
Right. Well, yeah, Kennedy too. Yeah, but I know Kennedy was president. We're talking about the black leaders. So, what happens is, so when they start to see the momentum of the 5%, right? Because again, like all things, you label it, or they're a gang, or they're insignificant, whatever. Until they murdered King, right? And there was a host of other things, but one of the greatest highlight moments, one of them, was the peaceful march. We have the picture out here where the 5% leading the march here in Harlem, right? Not talked about. It's recorded in history, but like Divine Prince said, I'm gonna downplay that because I don't want you to know the gravity and the profound movement of that. You know what I mean? Because the last thing was, because our universal language is
Mathematics.
and what's our reading?
Peace.
Right. That's the peace, man. We say peace, man. And when we greet the ignorant, we greet them in peace. Right? So he came in this manner. Right? So listen, yo, son, come on. Get everybody together. Because you know, if we don't assist in this peaceful march, they're going to burn Harlem down. And we're going back to the bill because I don't lack the knowledge or the strength to take it anywhere else. Because your fight is coming from downtown up here. You know, that's where that's coming from. They eating filet mignon and living, you know, high on beef. I'm going to use the word hog, right? While you suffered still, right? I lost the whole premise of the 5%. Education. One that will enable you to be self-sufficient. By self-sufficient, yes, he got this school primarily for the purpose of us making ourselves marketable and us being aware, right? Because the root word education means to bring out. So we want to bring out of our men and women, you know, the knowledge and wisdom of who they are, right? So they said, okay, man, I mean, a law wasn't about that. You'll hear tapes. Listen, so a lot of people misinterpret it. We had a nice class about that. I think you was there, when our younger 5% in the 60s, it's on YouTube. They're saying, yeah, man, at first I was listening, I was like, what? Yeah. He said, the government is right and exact. They know what they doing, and we know what we doing. So at first I'm like, man, wow, that sounds, what? They right and exact. But I get it, they are right and exact. But not right and exact in the sense that, you know, they doing what they doing.
Yeah.
Right. You know, we know what they do, but our focus is who the 5% are. You know, but we're not here. See, the Asiatic means everyone here, the queen, we're the natural landlords. We chiefs, we're the fathers and mothers of civilization. So I don't need to go back to Africa. If I did leave, where are you going? Because you have no home. Right? However, Allah being all wise understood, yo, son, you get nothing, man, because you get no question. You can be angry, right? But when you are not focused, right, you know, you cause all kinds of destruction and mayhem, right? You have to, you know, boom. That's why old saying the 5% is truth out of season won't be successful, right? You know, I mean, truth is never consistent, but there are things that's, because what's true today may not always be true tomorrow. You know what I mean? So your knowledge enables you to do what you need to do here, right? So they looked at, they said, okay, you know, because it was Burt Roberts told the law, so when you could be a lawman, you could be God in Manhattan, and you could be hard in Brooklyn, but you come to the Bronx with that, man, we'll lock y'all up. And this thing don't stop. Right? Killed Martin Luther King, he was 36. Malcolm was in his 30s. 1969, June 13th, at 4 p.m., you shot and assassinated Allah, and he was 41. These were young men. This man was 30-something years old when he first came, so he was young. He was a whippersnapper with this knowledge teaching who we are. Right? During the time, you had a plethora of men, like Ron Pitts was saying, all these organizations. We had, see, and not to lose sight, you had men, I forgot the brother's name, you know the brother who you brung to the parliament.
Professor James Small.
Yeah. He said, man, me and Allah, we were in the fight together. We were there. You know what I mean? Like, don't make no mistake, this ain't no schism here. He understood the purpose. And we understood the purpose here also. Just that, you know, again, this is my ship, that's your ship. But the idea is the same. Right? And I kind of learned that also from a Christian who taught me to read a book, the same reverend who I fast forward later when I was educated. Remember I told you I walked into his church when I was a kid. Hey, the black man is God. But then later on, he teaches me about the black presence in the Bible. Right. You know, and then how the church was introduced and what the church did. Like, I hear what you're saying. I was like baffled when he hit me. Like, I get what you're saying to me about your not bearing witness to my belief system and vice versa. Right? He said, but he drops him. I learned later on came from Malcolm. He said, but when oppression comes, it ain't gonna come, my man, because I'm a black Christian, or you a black Muslim, or you a 5%. It's gonna come because you black.
Right.
Because you share that in common. These are prefixing titles that only illustrate the shit you're driving.
Right.
Because the ideas wake up the people. Right? Because the truth be told, right? If you go back, it's going to tell you to know thyself.
Right. So,
Right, on the temple walls in Kemet,
Right.
you know, which is now called Egypt. And Egyptos is a Greek term, land of the blacks. Right? That's why they were such a fuss with Dr. George G.M. James. He stole out of the same thing Divine Prince was saying. All right? No, I got no problem with Aristotle, Socrates, Euclid, Pythagoras, Herodotus. I have none of these. They were some bad dudes. But here's my problem. You lied and said you were the father of these sciences. When history best records, you walked to Sudan's house and got the knowledge from him.
that's right, all of it.
But you lied and said that the queen and him didn't exist, and that's a lie. They a bunch of niggas. How could this nigga teach me anything? See, it wasn't... See, Plato and Aristotle and them wasn't saying that. The people who wrote about them did. Even though they had their little hints of arrogance in their writings and whatever. But always, and not just there, but the central location, because the world came to us.
Right.
But what did you do? Just like I said about, it wasn't like the grave. Okay. We had no problem with you wanting to build a building, but then when my family came and said, oh, wait a minute, these were slaves here. Nigga, we trying to get this building up. We caring about no, but see, why were you fighting that? Because make no mistake, I told this Rabbi Stein, on the corner of Eastern Parkway in Utica, we're walking to Schenectady. So, he said, yes, I understand, you know. He said, you know, we all must band together and, you know, never forget. Man, he threw that on. I said, well, when you say never forget, what do you mean? No, once again, I have to go back here. No, we should never forget what happened to you. That was crazy. That was tragic. But you know what, though? Rabbi Stein, you went in a Jew and came out one. Me, I went in Malik and came out Kenny. They raped my mama. They took first, before they did that, took from my brain. Don't you think the language? Don't you speak the language? Put your head down. Right. Don't you do that. And we were disconnected. So you took the very language I spoke from me. You made niggas. And you still at 135 making them now.
Right.
Yeah, got you. So, look at me like, I said, so we should never forget. You know, he made me try to jump me. I said, no, because I said, no. But no disrespect. You should never forget. I said, no question. But that paled in comparison.
Of course.
We jumped off ships. I said, and no disrespect, you gonna faint. You're gonna faint. Your people sponsored these ships. The Sephardic Jews. Oh yeah. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? You know, yeah, no question. We read this book. Or that, you know, whatever. But no question, no human family should have to go through that. But no one through the annals of human history ever went through. And slavery is much older than slavery that we're talking about. right? But none pales in comparison because you took the very language, stole the people, transplanted them elsewhere because your lazy white ass didn't want to work. And you astronomically made millions to this day on that. Universities and skyscrapers and landmarks. Then you killed my leaders. Listen to this one. I'll give you back the fine print. Kill my leaders. Right? Martin and Malcolm and the father shot him 7 times. They said 6, 7, whatever. They assassinated him in that elevator. Because you knew, okay, yeah, he's teaching, she's waking them up. Yeah, okay. Ultimately, unfortunately, that was the price that they paid for their lives. Then, check out what you did. Just like Jesus. Oh, you know what? The very person who pulled the trigger. Let's name Malcolm X Boulevard. Malcolm was a great man. You hated the ground he walked on. You hated the ground Martin walked on, and you didn't like our law when he woke you up either. And the only reason we got the street because we argued that. You wasn't going to give us that. You definitely wasn't giving us that on that corner, the 5% square. We had to literally come in. It wasn't like, oh, we want to come. We didn't give, because they knew these were some young dudes. Because we were the younger of the team that was around. So, and we wasn't playing. See, a law taught peaceful, you throw your lighters up. No, he did. He gave us the knowledge. He nothing to play with. But he taught you to fight for the truth in which you speak also. Right. And they understood that. They seen that. Then they seen, let me say something to you. How you galvanize people. Now, that's why I tell my big brother from Medina, when the truth went there and you're waking them. Wait, they're in Brooklyn talking about? Yeah, out there all over talking about the black man's car. In Brooklyn. On the old school. Stone and Reed Avenue. Yeah, what? They over here so whatever? Yeah. Who teaching that? This guy over here calling himself Allah. And then just 5%ers. Oh, hell no, we can't do that, man. He waking them up. Because the end of the story is this one. I'm teaching the truth and you're not. And the truth cuts into his pocket.
Right.
So I knocked your man Jesus in the morphine.
Right.
Made that story.
Right.
I did Martin and Malcolm in them. And I just going back to the story, the reasoning, the difference in the story is we argued that on the corner. Because had we not argued about Allah and just 5% square, they're not giving you that. And from a man who taught us, listen man, I'm not here to teach, I know the black man's God and the white man's the devil. We ain't here to hate and disparage people. We ain't here to do that. In fact, I'm giving flags to people who didn't have the knowledge. Because they're going to take you places. So people, they seen it, but the enemy ain't caring nothing about that because our lessons teach that. See, that's why he told Shamgar that they were bitten too. They ain't got to worry about no white man. Here come this black dude. So when you a 5%er now? Yeah. Come on, man. You serious? Well, what they gonna do? What they doing? You know what I mean? We had our own people teaching that. So but again, but the root of the teaching is to have the knowledge itself. One that will enable you to be self-sufficient. Right? What are we going to achieve here? What are we teaching? Right? You know what I mean? Yes, no question. You take ownership. Like the God has a book. That's his book here? Yeah, it is? No. Oh, that's that book. Okay, that one too. Give me that one. But like this one is very important. The God has the legacy of our God. All these books that are written by and yet these proven authors, right? The true history of who we are by brothers who walk with them, and then brothers who are still here teaching. Why? So I may not want to be a 5%. We ain't forcing people, but I know their history though. I read that book. I know. Yeah, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Who you say you are? 5%. I don't know about that one, because in chapter 5, the Divine Prince said 5% is gonna do that. You know, you then? Yeah. Well, I read this book here. It said what they achieved. You was on the corner selling drugs, boy. Yeah, how you gonna be your lost shot? I'm using myself for example. You know what I mean? You know, but again, I'm sorry. Here you go. So back to the root of our build, everybody. Books, knowledge. The manifestation of the words that come from your mind put into this book so you can read, so you can take it with you. But they know yeah, man. That's deep. No, I'm not. See, Carter G. Wilson says, I'm sorry, God, I got you next. Carter G. Wilson said, miseducation of the Negro.
That's right.
He said, man, they were taught just colonize their education. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to fight them. Because once I colonize your education, I colonize your mind. I got the mind, I got the body.
Pretty much.
Right? And we're fighting for the minds of the people. Right? The fighting means like, okay, you get your gun, no. Stupid. You go get the gun if you want to. Matter of fact, you know, where am I getting ready to get? Yeah, my man. There go my man. Baddest gun in the world. It's this lethal. I'm glad Information's here and iGuard Intelligence and the people watching this. How about getting your reviews? You need to be the reviews. Blasphemy. Woo! They be getting me, but he's a nincompoop. Yeah. I got no problem. But this is the crazy. This is the baddest gun in the world. Because I write things. In fact, you are where you are now because of the stroke of this pen. Right. In fact, you fighting me with this gun because I designed it to be. Right? That's why Allah told Shamgar when he said, if I gave you the power, what would you do? Oh, I take the devil off the planet. By devil, who do you mean? Oh, it's the white man. I would say, what? What about your mans and them, son? What about your brother? They was bitten. What about that wicked shit they did? So you gonna leave them and do him? Right. See, they was bitten already. Right. So they running around here, you know, like, yeah, looking just like you and I. That's why our degrees teach us, man, that you don't allow no one to live, well, I'm paraphrasing, it's a 10th degree to 1 to 14. But it talks about how people will sting. And if you allow them to live, it stings someone else. But you just can't, especially a 5%er. That's why sometimes they come back yesterday, I was checking them at the door. They come, please, how you doing, you 5%? What day mathematics? That's right. So we identify ourselves. Oh, I don't have to, I never had to. Okay, no problem. Peace to you, Jeff. I know you came in, not too much you, but some other brothers who came in. Yeah, my name is Great Man, and so, okay, what's the day mathematics? We ain't taking on no face value. Right, not that I'm paranoid, but you know, old saying is, just because you're paranoid don't mean they're not out to get you. You know, but, you know, but nevertheless, you know, but meaning, and I understand, you know, our people, they don't know no better. But everything, I'm not just taking you, like, you know, kumbaya, and, you know, we throw the lighters up. I mean, it's our cultural commitment to our people to reach them, yes. But peace means power, equality, Allah see everything. I'll get to that in a minute. Go ahead, Devon.
Yeah, I just want to say there's an old adage, man, that whoever writes the stories controls the society. You know? And you have to realize exactly, like you mentioned, the Holocaust, right? Well, you always have to compare to that, like it's the worst thing that happened. The Africans suffered worse because they were innocent. You weren't. You know, you had a direct hand with the Jewish corporations in this country to bring back your own Holocaust on your own people. You know, and a lot of benefit. Now, you know, history is always written by the victors. Y'all not only wrote yourself into history, you changed your name. You're really not J-E-W-S, you're really E-U-S. You know what I'm saying? You use, you know, because y'all directly came out of the caves. And your whole history, factual, actual history, is that wherever you went, you caused discourse. You know what I'm saying? You had a direct hands that's been exposed in slavery, in colonization in Africa, around the world, the things you're doing now. So, you know, I have very little sympathy when they're getting up on it to you now. Oh, we were persecuted. what they're going through now and what have you, you know. And I have no qualms about identifying who our actual enemy is, you know. And it's just a shame, man, that now with everything that's going on, how they've transformed this whole society, that we are still at the bottom, you know, and no one is really addressing the main issue of where this land, the direction we're headed, and where we stand in it right now. You know what I'm saying? We have nothing in comparison to what's coming down the pipe. The whole plan now is to take out as many of us as they can so that the transsexual and everyone else can get a leg up and have something. We're being cast right out of history.
Okay.
Right out the picture.
Indeed.
And it's not only hurtful that those we depend on to keep us abreast, you know, because I look and I study, I research. I said, who is really there for us today addressing these issues like Martin Luther King did and others, you know? And I'll tell you something. When Huey P. Newton went to China and met Mao Zedong, he signed his own death warrant. When Malcolm went to the East and came back, he signed a death warrant. You know, because once this goes out internationally, you know what I'm saying? Look away. Castro came to Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Assata Shakur ran to Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Herman Ferguson, or who was it, left. Robert Williams, he went to China. Herman Ferguson, he left and came back too. I don't know if it was China or Cuba, but he came back. You know? But to look where has our advancement been, we've lost more than we've gained within the last 20 years. You know?
Yeah,
it's a shame.
I just want to add on too, that you know, in the Bible, when Jesus was teaching, he was talking about the hypocrite.
Right.
And you have hypocrites in all facets of foreign society. Today we will call them a gatekeeper. And you have these people who are being empowered to 10% to tell lies and make the truth look like a lie.
Right.
So you have people amongst us who look like you and I, whose sole purpose is to cause chaos for everything that we do, even amongst the other groups, even amongst the LGBT. There was no, you look at their flag, they had the color of the rainbow, now they put black and brown in there, but that the people that, even in that movement, even though I don't subscribe to that movement, the people who are at the bottom of, who, not at the bottom, but put the foundation in that, a lot of that is who? The black woman and the black, you know, homosexual, whatever. They're the ones that are the ones that really build that movement, but yet they have the least amount of power. It's still controlled by the white man. The white man in a wig and a dress.
Right.
He's running the whole damn show. Telling
You're right, just like there's two Black Lives Matter movements. One is poor, one got a whole lot of money.
Right.
Millions.
Right.
You know, but the average person don't know this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The two Black Lives Matter. You know? But when it comes to the media, you're not distinguishing that. You know, you're just going by the name.
Right.
You know, people have got to be aware of that. Well, we're aware, so our duty is to teach always, man. You know, teach the truth regardless of whether they like it or not.
Right.
You know, that's a leg we stand on. Like what Law Shaw does here every week, man, it's important because you get in the first hand, not second hand. You're not watered down or glossed over like so much. Not something that has, see, because information can be misinformation or disinformation. All information is not knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got some misinformation that is can be unintentional. The person will swear up and down that this is the truth. But disinformation is intentionally put there, man, to like, you know,
right.
to take your head.
Right. And that's why the guy was talking about the books.
Right.
The book is so important because
right. Like Sudan here has books. He's supposed to have book depository of essential work. Right. Essential books that, like when I was coming up, Man-Child of the Promised Land, before the Mayflower, even Eldridge Cleaver had Soul on Ice. This was part of New York City curriculum. Now you got Sally Has Two Mommies. You know, It's crazy. Unless we pull it together and start, man, really getting back to where it was, not like it is, like it was. You know? We're gonna see, man, it get worse and worse.
Okay.
That just goes to show the time that we living in, guys. You know, you gotta listen to what the man said about homosexual teaching way back in the 60s. To beware of that then, about Russia invading. How many people done invaded us? Besides Russia right now. Then you gotta look at, you know, you got agents everywhere, yo. You got agents be amongst us on the regular right now. Agents. The ones that come in the cipher and try to abrupt the motherfucking cipher. That's the agent. Listen to what I'm saying to you, girl. You got people that will come around just to abrupt that which is positive in your name. That look like you, sound like you, but abrupt the positivity that's going on because they don't want to see the growth, the expansion, the love. They don't want to see that. So they stick the pen in the pot. And if you ain't aware, you may get caught up in it. That's why he said we don't talk about nobody. We talk about our what? Selves.
That's right.
And don't worry about what they doing. You don't do it.
Okay, peace, God.
What about a resurrection, an insurrection in our community? Maybe as close as this next election, if it don't turn out the way some people want it. Instead of them going to Washington, they come to our community with all the guns that they own and possess and say, well, you're not replacing us, and we're going to guarantee that it's not going to happen. So like if this guy don't become the president, well, he just become the dictator. As he said, on my first day I'll be the dictator, but on his last day he was. So
Well, let me. I need to interject here.
okay.
So yes. So again, our lessons teach. Why does the devil keep and teach our people illiterate? So he can use them for a tool or to a slave.
Yeah.
He keeps them blind to themselves so he can master them. Illiterate means ignorant. Now, let me go here. I know my favorite is, Jeff, do me a favor, man. Spell ignorant for me.
Ignorant?
Yeah.
Because I can't get you with that.
Okay, no problem. I got you. Spell ignorant.
I-G-N.
Okay, oh wow.
I-G-N.
I-G-N.
O-R-A-N-T.
Spell ignore.
I-G-N-O-R-E.
And you can't spell the word ignorant without spelling the word ignore. Right. Right? And so I ain't trying to hear that. But all this knowledge. Right? In some instances, everything you said here was relevant. God talking about the truth, this man. Right. I just want to, add on because when I lose focus of what you need to do. See? That's why Allah was wise, man. I know what's going on in the world, but you ain't gonna run and scream like they screaming. See, why? Because you don't know nothing about you. You're just dancing to the beat sentimentally, and rightly so.
Sentimentally.
Yeah, you right. Like I did it. I told you, when you go out in the park, because the truth upsets the molecules in your body. What? Well, the black man's God. What? All this time. I ran, but you ran with no knowledge. So you wasn't disciplined. Then divine president come here, God. Just sit your ass on this bench and listen. Why? Right. Right. What you talking about? Education. I'm gonna use you as a tool or to a slave. See, I don't want you to know. I want you to keep doing this. Voting, yes, you vote. Absolutely. Well, this is how I want you to vote. Republican? No, I'm a Democrat. Okay. Yay! I'm independent. Okay. But see, you don't, see, this is how it starts. See, because before I get there, see, I have to come to you. Because whose vote do I need? Huh? So I come to you, but I know also, see, that's why they're taught rhetoric. Right? The rhetorical expression. Hey, I'm gonna meet. Beautiful example was my man Freedom, who passed away, Papa Wu. We in a park in Medina. We're having a memorial for people. So my brothers know this, you know, for the gods of earth who went back. We had this room. So before the pandemic, we were doing that regularly. So the tallest black politician, my man, good dude, black politician, about been taller than Divine Prince, actually. With the dress, we got his name. You can look him up. Anyway, so we can Google him. We can Google him. Yeah, anyway, so he came to the park. Why did he come? Because I know the 5%'s there. Why do I want to talk to the 5%? Because there's power in numbers. They influence people. Yes, I want to talk to you. Hey. And what did he do? Smart man. Peace to the gods. I know what, yeah, peace. Right, I did it. Right, you speak my language. You came in my house like I would come in your house. Right? Hey, brothers, how you doing? Listen, I want to get together. I love Freedom. But you know, he got shouted, now get out of here! Come on. And I get it because again, politics. And I get the God. The God wasn't wrong. You know, he called it. What? God, you cussing the man up. The man didn't even tell you what he wanted yet. Yeah, damn, God. That's what he's saying first. Damn me. Yo, we don't do that, my man. You know, in fact, since you came and disrespected our house and interrupted our cipher, but that's not what it was. But my point is, going to your point, I want to be, they've come to us. They know. I come to 5%, come to a parliament. They all there. Yeah. Yeah, my name is Kenny Johnson, and I want to be the new district leader in this area, and I know you're here in Community 9, and I want to, okay, wisdom means to be right. So okay, so what you go? So what are you doing for the people? First of all, what's your track record like? What school did you go to? Right? No question. I'm trying to be funny. Because white dude came like that too. I want to be no disrespect and call it yes. You can say you want to call it prejudice. It's a cultural commitment to my people. You don't live here. Yeah. You talk like, oh, we are the world, kumbaya. I have a truck full of turkeys for you. Yeah, that's nice, but you're not us. So, but I mean, so we the grassroots and making sure that they continue to be consistent with the agenda. Yes. So you just wantonly, see, because Biden ain't about Franks neither. Neither one of them. He's just the lesser of the evil. Right? That's all that is. However, we're going back to mathematics here, because we teach this in this class. What's that got to do with anything? Why does the devil keep and teach our people so I can keep you blind? What's blind mean? I don't want you to see. Even with the phone, you Googled. The only ones go to Google Andrew Johnson is somebody with some knowledge. I'm looking to go on YouTube because I'm going to hang out. I want to do that. Right. I don't care nothing about that. Right. Because going to Divine Prince, I don't care. Okay. Excuse me, young lady. Do you know Alex Haley? Oh, he owned that store up the block? Excuse me. Some of the people you might be right in your face. Right. Yo, you know who Malcolm X is? I read a book. Wow. You got to do that? Yeah, because this is where some people are. And that's where I want you to be. Because my war first is the minds of the people. Right. Let me keep them dumb to themselves. Because when you don't know who you are, then you don't know nothing else around you. Right. Which means, right? Listen to this one. That's why then later I understood when them young 5%ers said in the 60s, yeah, the government doing what they doing, right? Because I'm not losing focus. We know what they doing. I'm the God. I'm the natural landlord. I'm the natural landlord. Can't nothing about me. I'm renting this. I'm leasing this to you. You can come with these nice papers. Oh, well, see, we're part of a bureaucratic government and municipality. We've been here for a while. Yeah, but no, you're not. Back on that, the God quoted degree. EU means hillside, ROP means the work to bind in. Your home is that cave. You ain't telling nobody that. And you know why you ain't telling nobody that? Let's quote another degree. Why does the devil keep, no, it says, why does it keep our people apart from their social equality?
That's right.
Because I don't want you to know how filthy I am in all my, because once you learn means what? I'm no longer ignorant. I'm not blind no more. Firstborn Prince told me that you stink. You don't wash up because you wear a suit and a nice hat. Oh, he look nice. Nah, he foul as the day is long, man. Right. So and not just in body, but in mind. Right? And I know some people looking at, you teaching this hate. No, it ain't. That's love.
No shit.
Hey, you know, so you got to love you, but first. That's why we teach. Yes, God. Who said that? Yeah, right. Thank you. I didn't have to put it on the board. Yes, you mind to check mine. Get the knowledge of who you are first.
Right.
Right. Yeah, we understand. Like the God said, no question. I need you to understand all these facets of learning. But first, know who you are. Right? That's how I was able to sit down. And then, going back to my older story, the older lady who was Christian and her husband, when we had the night, she said, okay, son, I may not, you know, I don't bear with you being somebody's God. You ain't my God. No, I'm not. She got upset with this one. I said, you know who your God is? Who? There he is. Yeah, that's him. My older brother. That's your God. I said, but that's okay. You tell the church the 5% says peace. Because we ain't here to disparage you, but here's a question you ask your reverend. Before the coming of this, what was my people's way of life? Because there's a date to your shit. Yeah, your thing was 551 years ago. Right? We here much longer than that. We here much longer than that. Right? You know, now, I had this argument too, because you got some real crafty, sharp people. Oh, but that's just the coming of religion and dogma, son. They smart. That's right. And this is when, because actually, your dogma starts actually around 1383, during the translation of the Vulgate Bible, when it's introduced to you now, because the Bible wasn't given to the people, only to the rich. And it was only when that translation was given that the Bible starts to become, yeah, and then Christianity becomes a nationally recognized religion. Right, from that point on. That's how it's 551.
After death.
Yeah.
After the death of Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, right. But, you know, they were still, you know, because you had Constantine and them who created.
Right.
See, they don't tell you about that. Yes, God, the Nissan Council, God was saying. Yeah. Sure. Look what they did. Peace, God. What's your name in the back?
Just Design.
Just Design. Yeah, peace. Check out what they do. Yeah, we see you, God. Yeah, we see you all that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on. Yeah, don't do all that back flipping. Yeah, peace, God. My older brother. Yeah. So, Just Design doing his thing. It was only a handful. That's the true story. It was only a handful of people, Jesus and them, right? But then it was two yesterday. Then tomorrow is this classroom full, right? Then the classroom multiplies. Then what happens is this truth. Then always it cuts into the pockets of the Pharisees. That's their name back then, right? So they like, who was this dude? Wait, you know, my money kind of short every day. You know, and that's one of the things, you know, Jesus did too. He turned to the table, said, "Been given the Caesar what Caesar, and give God what's God's." You know what I mean? According to his story in that book. But what happens is this: here go my thing. You kill him because you got no other choice now. Because you see where this truth is going. Like people ain't trying to hear none of that. And in fact, what brings true relevance to his truth is your own people leaving your ranks. I ain't wearing that flag. That's what I'm. What? What's his name? His name is our God now. Right. So then you laid him down. Then later, fast forward, right? Fast forward. You create, calling the 325 AD, Constantine and them, right? You create, you get, this how the story, Nissan Council, in the book, right in the book, right, put it right in the book. We're going to create dogma, religion, from the very person whom we despised. You murked him, you killed this man, right? Then you're going to change his teaching, because the teaching changed there. That's not what he taught. I don't teach that. You know what I mean? In fact, you stole, right? Called George M. James, right? The Bible you took, and wait a minute, didn't they teach something similar in Egypt? That's what we're gonna do instead of 42 negative. We ain't trying to do that one. We do the 10 Commandments. In the beginning was, you know, this is how we're gonna do all that. And I'm gonna send you out to 4 corners of the world to teach this. Right? The very person, now listen to this one. The story gets deeper because the very person whom I murked that looked like Just Design, nah, man, you can't have that. Right? So go get your cousin in them. Dude with the blue ears and he got swinging his hair back, they do a picture of him, and that's why you see every black home, this heart and this white guy in there. You know what I mean? Who was somebody who was maybe after they might assassinate me after this one, who might have himself been begging. So my point is how they just I changed how he looked. Then I put in the book. Wow, how insidious is this in Revelations? Your man John, right? Feet like he put into brass, eyes was red, hair woolly. I'm describing you to what a black man looked like, right? But of course I'm not. That's just that. Then I go somewhere else with it. But because of who we are. Because of our swag, who we are naturally, because of our melanin, because of who we are as a people. Black people, period. I don't care who you are. Got my sister Lynn over here, and all of them. We have a natural swag. And because of that, that takes anything and counterpulse it. I told some people, I put a pair of Timbs on. I bought a pair of Timbs. Only because Tim apologized, but they knew black people are going to take this and run with it. And the world ran their clothes because of how we wear it. Right just came out with the hat and the coat. I'm going to the store, but the way we do it. Yeah, how you doing? Hey, okay, everything good. Okay, got you. I'm like, oh, look how he did that. Because hey, Johnny, hi, Bob, hey. You know what I mean? That's what you mimic us. You're a vulture. No, ain't nothing wrong with that. Something going back to what Igar was saying. I don't know, we caught it about how platforms like us are created, and they've gotten through the door through the coattails of our struggle. Susan B. Anthony, I went to that school in Jamaica, right? 238. Same here. That's where I know you from. No. So anyway, yeah. So the white girl champion causes for women's liberation, right? But they don't tell you about how they hold a symposium, a conference or whatever, or a meeting, right? You talk about their rights, and in the back is our sister Sojourner Truth. But they won't let her speak because they know she about to go in. So she got this and said, why I can't get up here? Aren't I a woman too? Right. Damn. Right? But then when she speaks, and again, here we go, it counterpulses. Of course, all women, every human being has a right to live and breathe and to function the way it's supposed to function. But we took it to a whole other. During a time when we were slaves, we were doing this, Frederick Douglass. I couldn't have quoted a better person, right? He said, a person who wants freedom without agitation is like a farmer wanting the fruits of his land without harvesting. You want the rain without thunder and lightning. You want the seas without the mighty walls of his ocean. Power conceives nothing without demand. It never did and it never will. A man who couldn't even read, but of course he educationally, again, going back to our earlier bill about books. See, they want the black man to read, but I took that from your brain. Right? That's why we go back to this degree about why I double keep. I want you illiterate. I want you ignorant. What's ignorant mean? I told the young boy. I told you be on the train. I get it. Pull your pants up. I get that's your style. But we got men and women and come on, man. Like your pants is like bizarrely low. Like what are you know? Not just down. You like what are you? What? Come on now. I had to do it because yo, my man, stop. Because you wilding right now, right? He said, yo, I got it, but listen to this one. Unheard by most. I'm not trying to hear that knowledge shit. I said, whoa, they got you, huh? Yeah, you know. So I let them know I'm not trying to hear that. So you know the knowledge means that I should live in a certain way, but I refuse not to. Why? You go out degree, because they easily
led in the wrong direction.
and hard to lead in the right. Because there's rules and regulations to right. I do what I want when I'm wrong. Wear my pants, talk to you foul. I'm good. And in fact, I won't even get in trouble depending on the nature of my ignorance. Right? Like, I don't care nothing about you killing each other. The only reason why I promote that on TV, the officers were at Mr. Johnson's house in East New York today while he shot so-and-so. And why was the police there? Because if he didn't call, you wasn't coming. And for real, come on now. But anyway, so the root of this, our class, we went to different places, and rightly so. The root of this class is having knowledge. Having a knowledge going back to using justice design as an example, right? So I murk him, right? Crush his identity, then change it up, because now the people saying, yo, if Mega literally showed you the book, look, the enemy wrote the book, I wrote the Nissan Council. You blasphemy! How can you talk about the good name of the Lord like that? These men had nothing to do with him. You're going to hell, boy. Okay, I hear you. The book right in your face, but I'm not gonna see it. I'm not telling you you don't go to church Sunday. Some of my most great conversations came from my brothers and sisters in the church. Come on. Right? I was told by one of my brothers who was a Christian, because I'm down in the Bible. I told this story before. We up north, I'm razzling and dazzling with this knowledge. Down with the Bible. The Bible, everybody's clapping. Yeah, Lost Shaw, great bill, yay. This dude came from one end of the courtyard, I'm in prison, to the other with guards, excuse me. People was paused because that's like really unheard of. But excuse me, the Bible's not, you said the Bible ain't shit. That was your word, because I did say that. Yeah, okay. He said, listen to what he said to me. Wow. What's the first degree in the 1 to 40? I said, who made the Holy Quran Bible? I'm going to go keep church. I told him his 25,000 years. The Holy Quran Bible is made by the original man who is Allah. I said, damn. Ooh. He said, so if you created this book, why is it shit? I was like, oh. But see, again, not having enough knowledge, because I had knowledge and wisdom, but you had no understanding, because you didn't read, right? So I go to my brothers, because I was looking like that. So that's when he told me about what that degree was referring to, right? So before you open your mouth, that's why, again, going back to our earlier one of the core principles of a 5%er is you know first. You got to have the knowledge. What is knowledge? The accumulation of facts. And when I accumulate them, then I'm able to now I'm able to, you know, to speak, right, God, you know, and put it in place. Then later on, of course, as I continue to keep studying and speaking, and then I'm seeing a clearer picture because I'm getting sisters and brothers adding on. So I'm just reading our famous line. Excuse me, God, I want to add on. Come on, give me, and further, let me take it. You know, me pass the torch. You know, I got to get this discussion. You know, this ain't gonna shut up. I'm gonna be from the book. You know what I mean? No, you know, you know what I mean. You know, we all speak here. It's dialogue. You know what I mean? You know, so because each one teach one, right? Because that's important. But in this day and time, right now, man, it is important that we know. You're in again, bringing it back. We're in the law school in Mecca, a school that was started in 1967 for the sole purpose of education. Go to school. I'm making this, so we not doing that, man. Go to school, man. The white man, you can get in his white man's class right now, because you need to. Cause listen, let me say something to you. What's powerful about the 5%? Well, most people, but let me speak for my brothers and sisters. More of my brothers, because it was the God first, and the earth came later, right? Some couldn't even read. Now listen to this one. Why does the devil keep and teach our people illiterate so he can use them for two also slave, keeps them blind so he can master them? Illiterate means ignorant. But listen to this one. Because I didn't even know this until 1981 that my big brother, Rajamel, he didn't have a high school diploma, and his educational level was, well, it increased later. You never know it though. And what I learned later from that was, well, education formally, like a classroom. I'm in class. Here's the blackboard. Here's instruction. Allow me to get that formal education. I got to mouth to ear. I had to walk with you to get it. That's how when we say, oh, the coach is our God. When we say that, we mean how we had to live and walk and make the truth. You really want this? Hey, Miss Johnson, yo, Sudan home? You mean Willie? Man, I don't know about no Sudan. You know, yeah. You know, okay, yeah, you know. Okay, yo, Sudan, come on, man. So what was you saying yesterday about this degree? Now, because Sudan first, my desire to want the knowledge. See, that's what fuels the education. I want this. I want to learn. And yeah, no, I can't read. Not now. But me being around him and him, I learned. How did you learn? Well, the way he said a thing. I'm able to verbatimly, word for word, capture what he said and then give it back to him the next day. And now bear in mind, y'all, I kind of abbreviated. This Supreme Mathematics and Alphabets is one of the first two things after you formally get the knowledge you'll get. But you ask anyone in this room here, Just, you got 120, Justin?
Yeah.
Okay, the guard here, myself, and other brothers. This was no small feat putting on grain here.
Yeah.
No. Huh?
I did mine, my educator gave me his mouth to ear.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
Right.
had to spit it back.
Right, because it's just, not just because you couldn't read, there's different ways of learning. Right? Like I'm more visual. Like I'm not really a remote learner. Like, you know, let me sit and look, because I need to, what you say? I can grasp it. It's more intimate.
More of a tutor.
Yeah, right, yes. One-on-one, yes.
One-on-one basis with.
Right, because even in the classroom, I could raise my hand. I could, you know, excuse me, Jeff, but because see, because we do it remotely, I could raise my hand and it takes about 5 minutes for the thing to pause. Then, what did you, wait a minute. There's a problem with your technology. I need, what did you say? But if I'm right here, it's a whole nother story. Although remote's good too. But just learning. So, a lot of our brothers, well, some of our brothers, not a lot, some of our brothers had to learn from mouth to ear. And then later on, they were encouraged to go to school, like to come here, go to Harlem Prep, and they went on to go to college and get their degrees, and yeah. Some didn't. Listen to me, but you would never know. You would never know. Polysyllabic terminology, the vernacular, versatility in their vernacular. We nice with it. Ooh, that's a damn man. Wow. I said, what school you went to? I forgot the guard name. He told me he was out of School of Hard Knocks. I was young. That was stupid too. Where's that? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I learned though. Yeah, I went to that school too. But he learned here. In fact, the street was the university here, right? You learn. And your desire first of wanting whatever it is, even the Bible. So our history best teaches that too. The 5% won the first one. Remember, they took the knowledge. Remember, don't read, nigga. That's what he took. Oh, get celebrities right here. Okay. Live from Mecca, we have another reason too why I'm not hard, is so much so on the black church, especially those that's grassrooted, is because they were the conduit of learning. They were the conduit of our freedom. These were the black people, see, because you forced that on them, and they took your bullshit and created something else with it. Now, this is going to sound crazy. My 5% going to say, they created something beautiful out of that. They sure did. Because they showed through that vehicle and conduit of learning that there was no greater love than us as a people. You can come here. Even though when we fast forward later on, there are sciences that we learn about ourselves that are higher than that. But I don't negate what my people did for me. Right? And the platform that was used. It's just that we need to understand where the platform came from. See? Because when I put that in her hand and his hand, see, they were able to take it and run with it. Richard Allen. I'll keep telling you. And all these other sisters and brothers that came. Harriet Tubman. How do you do that? How do you take 300 people that you couldn't read, right? And you took them and then told the man, she said, I'd have freed more had they known that they were slaves. Wow. Right? She wasn't a player, she was a warrior. He was definitely Moses. You know what I mean? But she, again, culture. She understood, okay, constellation. See? Okay, I know it's the North Star. I'm going that way. Right. And then navigation. I know the way I came, and I know the way I got to come back. But I also know there's danger. So there were people who set up things. We get it. We know. And okay, going back to church, the black church, because they understood. Yeah, but again, our whole premise again is education. But in this case, when the law gives us an education, he's telling us to be self-sufficient. Yeah, I'm telling you to go to school because you're right here. Yep. Do what you need to do, but I'm not telling you to negate who you are. Right? I'm not telling you, you're not going to school to teach a teacher. But the beauty of this knowledge is, I remember when we went back, we was encouraged to go back to school. That's how my mother and others in my community began to respect the 5% because you wasn't playing hooky. Even though I did, that was on my own. But don't let me let any one of my brothers catch me, because we was taught to go back to school. Now the beauty of that is this: you can't stick pins in my head about George Washington, Christopher Columbus, Moses. I know the story. You can't tell me now when I'm listening to Infomega on a higher learning level about the Pythagorean system of mathematics deals with the triangle. When you he got that from Egypt, from a black man, from a woman, from the man. Euclid and Herodotus, they taught that peace to them, read peace to them. But see, again, that my issue is not them, but that you're teaching me in addition they're the fathers of that, when they're not. And why is it important for me to tell you that the black man is the father and mother of civilization? Because you crushed it to the earth. And then, and on top of that, you lied. You lied. And you profited greatly, astronomically from that. That's why we're persistent, to say the least, and teaching what we teaching. Right? But the knowing of, and then the knowing of who you are also holistically. I had to learn that late too. I just thought, because my name was Larshaw, you know, I got the name, I could tell you this definition, and you know, I know how many letters in my name, and I'm good. That's it. Wisdom means to be wise, supreme means the most high, I'm Allah. Yeah, he did that, yeah. Well, what about the red and white blood cells? How is oxygen distributed in your body? What's the neuron transmitters? What's the medulla oblongata? You know what I mean? You know, how many systems, lymphatic, skeleton, how many systems you have in your body? So you know that too, right? Because the knowing, you got to know, what am I eating? How does it affect these systems? Right. Okay, your question, the black man's God. Yes, he sure is. But God is a force and power. That means the knowing of who you are. Right? Going back to our life's bill. So let me first focus on me. Right? And once I get to know me, right, and I get to know, then I can move and do, you know, everything else. You know what I mean? I tell that a lot to people that come in. You know what I mean? Brothers coming, I get it. We've been here for a minute. We've been here since 1967. So people come through these doors. Yo, man, like, I mean, have people, Black Power. Come on in here, and we got to jump these people because they did this to my brother. I'm the Prince told me, man, he go, no, we not. Have a good day, bro. We ain't doing that. We don't teach that. Why are you in here? Oh, you teach the black man to go, and it's about the love. Yeah, but we not. We teach also that knowledge means to know, right? And wisdom means to be wise. Here's what I know. You came. Let me tell you the true story. You came through that door saying your man was jumped, and you ran your coward ass here to get who? White blood in your mouth. So man, and then you want to throw your fist up, talking about some black power. When in this final analysis, right, that was most likely some crime or brick you're throwing, right? So now you want me to get caught up in that, right? Lastly, then he got on me. You know, you not being, you not looking, you not acknowledging the wisdom. People come to the door. Come one, come on. But mathematics is going to be used here. You know what I mean? And that's knowledge, the knowing of who we are. You know, and knowing everything around you. And not be responding and not reacting. I get you. And that's why we were taught. Right? You know, if my brother's in distress or whatever, I come to his aid. Come on, what? You know what I mean? You know, the school I came from, we're, you know, but I know that later on, if I find you was the cause, your backside, that ass we're gonna go, that's even worse. You know what I mean? Get me caught up in the mix like that. People's lives is at stake here. But only because it's a greater love for our people. But wisdom means to be wise here, man. You know what I mean? This school is an institution. And so by institution, I mean that we outreach and we serve the community, but we serve them wisely also. I was telling you before, we came and sat at a table at a church, had different denominations. Let's forget this. I keep telling this story too. You know, on the YouTube, they got at me too. They should have threw you out because we sitting there, and it's about black people being injustice by the police, by black people in the community. So you had the Muslims, you had the, you know. In fact, I only stumbled upon it because the guard was there. He told me to come. We're sitting. So we sit, Got no problem. You sitting there, peace, hey, sister, hey, bro, how you feeling? You all, peace, bro, you know, salam alaikum, whatever, you know, peace to y'all, whatever. You sitting down. So the sister said, oh, let's bow our heads. I got up. I'm not doing that. No disrespect. I'm not doing that. I'm not good. I'm not holding your hand. I'm like, oh, no, you know, like I'm just saying, so peace to you. That's your way. It's not mine. So I'm sitting there. So they finished. So of course the sister, Now the objective is let's as a group of black people talk about what's going on in the community. You want to raise your hand. You should never. We at 5%. I ain't no run-of-the-mill individual. So you raise your hand. Excuse me. I noticed that when we were sitting here that some people didn't want to, join in our prayer visual here regarding. So I didn't say nothing. I said, okay, shots fired. Okay, no problem. So now I'm just wondering. Hey, stop. Referring to Umar? Yeah, absolutely. What was the problem? Okay, you ready? Yeah. Okay, you may not like it because I don't genuflect or prostrate to manifest the reality that the black man is God. Our brother is hurt. Why? Not because of a prefix or title, but because he's what? Black! And you're worrying about why I didn't want to prostrate my head to a God that does not exist. That was passionate, yeah? So now we're going to lose focus here and talk about what is and what isn't, when we should be talking about our brother here. Right? You want to stop because that's being vain. I just want to say that and when we finish, miss, you don't like what I see your facial expression. You ain't like what I said. I quote chapter and verse where I am in your book. The black man, I'm the Lord thy God. I'm the reason the sun is out. I'm the reason it rains. And I know, he's angry black man. But then again, going back to our bill, now when you hear that, that is shocking and appalling. That's blasphemous. How dare you? Until I show you how ignorant you are of the world around you. How fast this earth travels. How this water can get out the earth's atmosphere with its high speed rotating around the sun. The God said, going back to his bill, Divine Prince, about, I was passionate. I was spoken in that manner too. The God said, the Black Lives, when the Black Lives Matter happened to our brother, man, unfortunately, George Floyd, right? So, everybody in the world ran around like, okay, Black Lives Matter, okay, that was good. I have no problem with that. I know I heard you guys, political thing about there was 2 Black Lives, actually one.
Yeah, I was misled with that too.
So, but they were painting the Black Lives Matter, remember going on the street painting the Black Lives Matter in the street. So the lady came, Black Lives Matter. I said, okay. I said, do you know why Black Lives Matter? So she said, yes. Sociological explanations. Okay, that's true too, because your life matters as a black man and black woman. But it matters because matter is anything that has weight or occupies space, solids, liquids, gases. You're the nucleus of the blackness of that. If you know that science, overnight you dispel that myth. Yeah, Black Lives Matter sociologically. Yeah, you shouldn't put your hands on my brother. You shouldn't be hurting him and all that. Yeah, no, but if you knew scientifically and mathematically how you manifest yourself and who you are in relationship to this world, see, overnight you knocking things out. Oh, I'm not even doing that no more. That's dumb. I'm done with that. Right? So they beat you in the head. Right? They beat you in the head because listen to this one. We in a country. I get the laws. A young brother, it's my man. Peace to the youth. Sharp young man. He said, yo, George determined he killed that man. Yeah. Okay. And he had his foot in his neck and all that. He said, yeah. Why does now the murderer have a right to remain silent, and anything he says or does can be used against him. He has a right to an attorney, and if he can't afford one will be afforded to him. But you just took his life. How are we doing that one? You know what I mean? You know, I mean, even though there's all kinds of legal explanations to that, but I get, you know, I get his, you know, I get where he wanted to go too. The same, going back to your thing, you know what I mean, about listen, and that's why they were nervous about us moons ago in the community, because there were certain places in New York City you just wasn't going. Like if I ran down, say I ran inside St. Nick, the police knew that stop, I'm going there. Hey, all right, just we gonna get you. I know to get Just, I gotta go to Sudan. Sudan can talk to you for a minute. Yeah, we know Justice came up the store, man, with a bag full of shit, ran up in that box, ran up in it, you know, we know they ain't playing. We gonna flunk, we gonna fight. We ain't playing, we community. Mama, the old lady, I throw this bottle at you. You know, you just ain't gonna come in here.
Right.
And even though we looked at you, but there was a sense of community.
Right.
You didn't have the modern inconveniences and the Google, but we had each other. Right. You know, ain't life Miss Johnson's son? Yeah. Wait. Oh, the police coming for him. Yeah. Oh, can I help you? Oh, get out of the way. No, hell, we ain't. Mr. Policeman, no, we not. We'll bring them to you. I'm telling you now. Yeah, okay. Woke their ass up. He ran up in that mosque number 7, looking for this particular brother. Beat them down the flight of steps. We ain't playing with you. You ain't gonna run up here and do what you want to do. But we're not here to cause harm needlessly. But you're not gonna do what you want to either. Right. Say or do. Say or do
what you want.
Right. Law taught that too. Law taught peace. Not going back to that earlier. The peace of absence of all confusion. Right? When we greet the ignorant, we greet them in peace. But he taught us how to fight. We're gonna fight for this truth. Right? Yeah, no question. Just peacefully. How you doing, sir? My name is God Allah Shah. What? Man, I lost it there, man. What did he say to me, Jeffrey? But he said his name is God Allah Shah. God in what respect, sir? Now listen to this one. The big one? Yeah. You get my gun off the shelf here? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you call it. And in fact, wars are created, unfortunately, as a result. Yeah, because you know, because it's unorthodox. But going back to our earlier bill with why the devil teach our people illiterate, right? Some are that way because I ignore the truth. Here's God telling me, or the sister telling me, some truths that are important for me to know, right? Because my battery getting low now, I believe, yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to, okay. Yeah, low battery mode. I'm gonna say peace to everybody. Yeah, put that in the right one, yeah. One second, yeah, all right, now. That part is over. Cause I ain't got time yet. Thank you, Judge. Where was I at, Waz?
You was talking about, first you introduced yourself as God Allah Shah, and the brother said, in what respect? You said the big one?
Right, I got you, dog. Yeah, so.
Where's my gun?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, go get my gun. Yeah, right. So, hey, brother here, man. Well, you understand. I mean, you go see. Yeah, you go see. Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Matthew, God.
Peace, Matthew. Where you from?
I'm from Manhattan, but my teacher is Born King Supreme Allah from Toronto.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Look, hey. He told me to come out here.
Okay, peace.
Okay, peace to my man, Born King.
Yeah.
Original self Allah?
Peace. I'm a law infinite. Original self is another brother.
No, but you was with him, right? When you did the video?
Okay, yeah. Peace.
Yeah, he all over the world.
Oh, right.
The cookout in the Bronx.
Yeah, he was in Morocco too. He was over there on the camel. Let me stop. No. Let me tell you. He was in Mega. Yeah, no. So no. Yeah, indeed, bro. Welcome, man.
Appreciate it.
So just saying that our teaching is non-traditional and orthodox into the minds of the people. Because I get it. I'm not, be a 5%. You gotta have turtle skin also. I've sat here with people who weren't as receptive. Like these, I got my brothers here, and some people who like Peace and Queen and Peace of the Brother Sudan and Jeffrey and all them. But I've sat in groups with people like, excuse me, no, we're here to critique what you're saying. So the pundit gun is out. We're getting ready. I hope you're nice with it, because he don't. And another thing, don't think because you're nice, someone else ain't neither. Yeah. Learned that. I learned that along the way. Got you in the room. Close the door. There ain't no coming out of this until you show and prove. Yeah, I've been through that. So what God are you talking? Because first of all, let me explain something to you. You know how long we've been teaching Jesus been in the sky, sir? And you're gonna come here, some black individual from Jamaica, and you're gonna, because you sounded not, you gotta prove that. So, are you familiar with this book? And this book, okay, so let's go. Because see, because you prove to the contrary, there might be some consequences here. So then my question is, are you open and receptive? Yeah, I ain't got no problem with that. I'm not afraid. My word is my bond, and my bond is my life. Yeah, you put the right person in front of you, but are you open? Because I'm gonna say some things, because I get it. You don't. My favorite one is the one the law did. I said, okay, no problem. I'm sorry. It says, you see what that says?
It says, I think it says in-home.
No, right here. I know, I got a chicken scratch handwriting. What's it say, Life?
I can't see that.
Right here. Thank you, there you go. Thank you, there you go. There you go. Right?
That's a W.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah, God. Thank you for that. I like the way you explain that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a W.
Yeah. It seems like you just put one did it like an N.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a W.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't look at that. Because she looking at me, she looking like, what's going on,
Hey, you got my prescription.
You have a diploma? No, stop. No, I'm giggling on myself. So, Pete, go. So,
No, man, I can't see it.
all right, Just, what's the first degree in 1 to 10?
Who is the original man?
Mm-hmm.
The original man is a Asiatic black man. The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth,
The
cream of God of the universe.
No.
Father of the universe. Father of civilization, God of the universe.
right, peace. Yeah, all degrees you have to get right. But if you gonna get any degree right, that one, the build to destroy degree, and 1 to 40, them degrees you gotta have right. Because that's, and especially that degree, I'm gonna tell you why. Because again, actually and literally, I'm in a cipher, a discussion with sharp minds, religious minds. Okay, don't go nowhere, Justice, Lord Justice. They don't go nowhere. That's right. He gonna be a point. There's another point we got to make too. So anyway, so I asked them. I quoted that degree to them, and I asked them about. I said, well, look, who is a question that asks you to describe someone. If someone came in, Lynn, right? And someone said, excuse me, that's the only one that came in here I know. The only woman in here with that name. Excuse me. Who is Lynn? Oh, okay. It's only one I know. Do you mean, and I'm going to describe, her hair, her coat, her shoes, her... Yes! Because you didn't ask me what she was, because I wouldn't know. When she is, I don't know that either. Why she is, I know who Lynn is, just simply from the introduction. So, I get it. You don't bear witness that I'm the God. Okay. Here goes my question. If I'm not God, then who is? Here we go. And first, here you go. They even if you pundit, I'm sorry. I know people. You go. They'll be knocking on my door tonight. Jesus is the. You walk by this and these, powerful metaphors, these words. Okay, That's not what I asked you. I didn't ask you to be descriptive of when he is or why he is. Can you describe who he is? See? I didn't say you bear witness to whoever you want to bear witness to, but we're here having a discussion about why now the black man, 2 questions actually, but first, why the black man is, and then who he is in relationship to the knowledge of himself. So, after we go through, I'm not here to persuade, but we have a discussion. They were like, oh, okay. Then you historically have to take them back to a time prior to religion, right, to who we are. And then you make the connection. Again, we're not here to disparage. Again, I always say that constantly. I'm not here. Some people come in here. Oh, what? Sorry. I don't care. Okay, I get you. I'm not mad because you threw your nose up at me and you didn't know. Okay, I got you. But here's my point. My whole point. It's 120 discussion. But for some people who may come in, right? I always say this. I mean, I'm not coming here to be a 5%. I just came here because I found that I heard that this is a place where I can get the knowledge from. Make no mistake. We're going to talk about your origin as well, because one of the descriptions, cause there's a whole lot of who's in our degrees too. Who is the 5%? Who is the 10%? In this case, more importantly, who is the 85%? They're the uncivilized people. They're the poison animal eaters. They're the slaves with mental different power. People who truly live in God is in their origin as well, and worship that which they know not, and who are easy led in the wrong direction, but hard to lead in the right. And this 85% of black, brown, and yellow people that don't know who they are. And I'm easily led in the wrong direction. I do what I want to. You know what I mean? It's just why you got the youth killing each other, and you look at it from lack of knowledge. The very thing, we go all the way back, some of y'all wasn't here, Sudan and I and others, we started, and Lynn, we started talking about books, knowledge, how important information is. Because I don't know. I dance to the beat of someone else's drum. You know? Yeah, I'm no question. Brother came to me, Bloods, Crips, whatever, you know, yo man, I gotta be, no, I'm not, you know, in fact, I'm not even gonna call you a gang, you're a street organization. See, if you thought like that, you wouldn't be in the bonds you were in. Right? No disrespect. It's what you tell me. I mean, in the beginning, I was with y'all in the beginning. I remember y'all started. Brother loves overrides, oppression, and destruction. Oh, yeah? See, y'all came from a revolutionary concept. But then, see, because you don't know or don't have the knowledge, somebody came in there and tricked and polluted that. And made you the nigger, the slave. And here's the attractive feature, because there's no attractive feature than me having my brothers around me. Us being thick like quick. But for what? Right? You're not teaching nobody nothing. Right. There you go, God did right. Look, just like you and me. Our degrees teach us that. No disrespect.
Yes, indeed.
Right? I stung you holistically because I know about the body. My venom is in your red blood cells that carries the oxygen. So the circulatory system of my bullshit is in your body, and you running with it. Yo, listen, I'm telling you now, son, we popping. Fuck that nigga. What? Okay, for what though? Because he's from that side of the street. Wow, seriously, man? And then, don't disrespect, there's no, Malcolm said, the taking of anyone's life is indefensible. Like that, just taking his life. So, and then you don't do that properly, then my brother gets shot and gets murdered. Had nothing to do with that beef. Right? Listen to this one. Here's where it gets cute at. Then when we get you, we do this to you. And it's over. Them coward ass dudes ain't got nothing to do with you. Nope. You stuck like Chuck. Right? But now here, the 5%, see, came to teach you, right? And it's easy. See, that's easy. Because one of the definitions to that, not only am I a slave of mental death and power, because I lack the knowledge of myself, right? I don't know my origin. I don't know who I am, like you quoted. Who was the original man? Why is that important? Because if I know my origin, I know who I am. See, when I know who I am, there are all these attributes that's talking about in this degree. Right? And so I understand my relationship to everybody. You know what I mean? So, going back to my build, again, 5%, we're not here to run around here, but when we greet the ignorant, we greet them in peace, man. Ain't no way to love the love of my people. Had Bubba looking at me, and there's a lot of mental health shit going on out here. Yeah. That's being precipitated by him. I've never seen this. I'm in that field, behavioral health, but that's neither that's a whole other animal. But no question, man, a lot of people suffering, right? And I get it because you're looking at me differently, like I'm the enemy. I mean, we on the train. I had to get the Bubba to laugh though. We on the train, you know we do. Your son is a problem? See, I'm sorry. Now, I'm the only one, he's sitting, I'm on the train. So I had to turn around, look out the window, anybody else behind me. No, I'm saying, because you're looking at me. You are right in front of me. Okay, you're right in front of me. I said, you don't think I'm a threat, do you? No. I said, no, I'm not. Check this one. I asked one question. Don't get upset. You with me? Yeah. If I pulled this fucking badge out and looked at you, would you tell me the same shit? Would you be that ferocious? And they stand for jail. What's the matter? I told some cops that too one time. Yeah, you know, the police be acting like, what the fuck? I said, wait a minute. I stink or something? You just screw me off or something? I said, yeah, we was on Utica. That's what we was. We was on Utica and Eastern Parkway. Ford told me for the Ford train. I said, man, what's the problem? I've been there, done it. Man, please. I wrote your story for you. Been there, done it. You got the black man with this cop Irish mannerism. So what you calling me for? What's the matter? I said, wow. There was no reasoning with him in one case. But that comes also from the lack of knowledge itself. I said, okay, real quick. Yeah, I didn't get the whole dynamic we're talking about now. The knowledge itself and its how it's applicable to him. That we're taught to look at each other. I get it. Sometimes, man, you can sense danger. I get it. But that, so, come on, man, stop. Man, you don't have to do that. I'm easy letting the wrong, but you're hard to lead in the right. You know what I mean? That's the 85%. Then our degrees also talk about, we took the theme of the class was today was the 9th degree, why, and the 1 to 40. Why the devil teach the 85% that a mystery God brings all this. To consider the true and living God, who is the Son of Man, by making slaves at 85%, by keeping them with something they cannot see invisible, while he makes himself rich off their labor. The 85%, when they know when they see rain, hail, snow, and also they thunder above their head, when I ask who's causing all this to happen, or letting the 5% teach them, I will believe the 10% on face value. You don't say I will believe, I just said that. Then he believes the 10% on face value. So I'm what? And Allah infinite. Come on, man, ain't no God. There's nothing. Okay, no, I know. Yeah. And when you read you should hear something they say to me. I love you, brother. You coming in, they commenting. Look at this. He said, one dude called me. He said, I had to laugh though. He said he's in a. What he said? Oh, I'm a donkey with books on his back. I said, okay, I get you, man. I laugh. You got tough skin. Because you ain't had to look at the video. So, welcome to the video. You know what I mean? But that's okay. We get it. But, and again, we're not here to disparage people. But you're here in the 120 discussion class, which is in the nation of Allah's 5%. You know what I mean? Now, different ways. Like you being taught by Born King. Peace is Born King. He in Canada, right? Yeah. Teach remotely. So again, wisdom is ways. The guards, my brother, True Bone, Mylon, other brothers. I bring up different people. The idea is the same, but wisdom is. I'm not just patting or popularizing how our God Intelligent would teach, as long as we're teaching the same thing. So we can't talk about. I'm talking apples. You talking oranges. We got to talk the same fruit. I may distribute it differently. Right. You know what I mean? But we talking about the same fruit, though. Yeah. You know, if you talking about oranges, I have two different fruits, bro. You know, food is good, but we're not talking about, we talk about that, then we talk about that. But so wisdom is the way. I had to learn that the hard way too. The popularizing what people say. Oh, you want to say something, sister? I'm sorry. Yeah, sure, please.
Sister do sound better. But I just want to bring this on. I heard you talking, and some of the stuff you were saying, it has something to do with some of this.
Okay, and what's that?
And I'm surprised. And this is Amsterdam News, which I do,
okay, I got Amsterdam.
You know what I mean? But it says this is the topic. Okay, this is a new black view. Okay, it says guilty after proven innocent. The challenge of, I got my glasses on now.
Okay.
The challenge of fighting wrongful convictions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it do have Rikers Island on here. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just follow through the pages and just read it later. Because I just got it today.
Okay, beautiful, sister. And that's right.
Wow.
Well, because we covered that. Yes. Because we covered that too.
This is important.
We talked about it. Yes. And that's why. Huh?
When you get a chance, I'm going to cover about 2 or 3 points that was mentioned in conversation. Just for correction, today's mathematics being wisdom God or being born, and dealing with first degree 140, nation being all wise, right and exact. Okay, bow. 1, Dr. King's age, assassination was 39, not 36. Largest borough, Queens at 109 square miles. Brooklyn 2nd, 71 square miles. And agents, the difference between agents and informants. Agents are usually paid, informants are not. Informants can actually be a real live member who's just weak and used against the group. You may as well be an agent or she. Another point relevant to what was being said about how they come about and cause confusion. It could be male or female. Because we all remember the case of, I looked it up while the guy was speaking, Travis Rudolph in Florida. Right? Y'all remember that situation? Had an ex-girlfriend, had a problem with her, scuffle, never put her hands on her. She lied, told her brother, I need you to go off this dude, like, remember that? Okay. He goes over there with his boys, some of his friends. One of his friends got killed by Travis Rudolph. He had to go to trial, for that murder, right? All right, for self-defense. I'm not even sure if he called it murder. All right, so he got off. But what if he didn't? And what if that was her brother that got murdered, her actual brother? I mean, I watched this girl lying all throughout the whole case about what her real intentions were. I don't think she would have had much remorse if her physical brother had got murdered, from what I saw, and don't even know her personally, just through the camera. I mean, that's wicked. So I had to mention all this.
Okay. Well,
yeah, so
each one teach one. We on the same line. Peace to you, and that's correct.
one more point, y'all.
You got to be quick.
Yeah.
Okay, and then furthermore,
and this is very. I'm using this because this is usually y'all probably more aware of this because a lot of black men took the position of this young 14-year-old boy in Chicago, where his mother was arguing with this boy in a grown man's body. All right, in the Chinese store, I think something like that.
Okay, I remember.
Remember that? Yeah. And she's arguing. Now, my point there. Now, if that was, queen of mine, woman of mine, black woman. Hey, look, you see this guy was a boy in a man's body arguing with you. You understand? Wouldn't let it die. You have a gun. You have a gun. You consistently arguing. See, now after that had happened with her 14-year-old son, she sends him to the parking lot. He grabs his gun, comes back, blasts the guy, kills him. Wouldn't have got off that easy if it was a colored man. We know this. That's my position. That's my personal view. However, it would have been my communication with her, you know, why? You understand what I'm saying? Because now here's a black man that lost his life and didn't have to because of your mouth. Now, it's not she didn't have a right to speak, because she absolutely did. She had a right to stand her ground and speak whatever she felt. You can see he's imbalanced. Right. He's met someone like you would have caught that. Mm-hmm. He's mentally imbalanced. Mm-hmm. So why go on? You know it's gonna lead to nowhere good. Right. So that's we gotta stop that. You know? Yeah, that got to be, you know.
To say that mental health is real, though.
Yes, it is, indeed.
Right.
Indeed.
Sometimes, you know, in that heat of the moment, shit can get out of control.
Indeed so.
And then when you have a child, you gotta look at the child, feeling that the mother is being threatened.
Right. Understood. Now, that's her responsibility.
Listen, y'all, you got a child that feels that the mother is being disrespected, attacked. You talking about somebody, a child in a grown man's body, then you gotta look at the mentality of the children. They don't have no respect.
So,
you know, so you gotta look at all four corners of that dilemma, because it's a dilemma. You know, dealing with mental health. So we don't judge it, we look at it for what it is, take out the best part of it, and see the effect, how we can make that shit better in our community, where brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters is not caught up in it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, you're saying the same thing.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I may not feel actually, and yeah, no question. I get, ooh, yes, God, that's real, and let me say this on that same note. So we're in sister's suffering from bipolar and some other stuff she's suffering from, and so. I was baffled, you know, like, again, this science is deep, but however, we're impacted largely, right, by that in some instances. You know, but how you describe, see, coming back, because this de-escalating, right, because someone's suffering from that, you know what I mean, you know, like, you have to be conscientious. Because see, what happens is this. How old is he? He's 14. In fact, I'm sorry. Let me stick with this story. I don't want to stray. I was getting ready to. Let's say did you know your son had issues? Let's say that was the case. Because first of all, go back. He's right. That's my mama. That's no question. Once you start talking all raggedy, no question. In fact, I ain't got a problem with that one. So I can hit. This is my mother you're talking about. But if she knows also, it's two things that's lethal in this story. You got a gun in your car, and you know possibly. I don't even know if that was the part of the story. We're just throwing that in there. Then you okay, but you know what? See, acknowledge yourself. Not you gotta be a 5%, just knowing, be conscientious of, okay, you know what, yo, Wise, come on, man, we out. We'll holler at him later on. Yeah, we got him, we'll holler at him later on. Because what happens is, now, he kills him, right? Oh, my mama got the gun in the car, I got you. Bow, right? I got you. Get sis. Okay. You got your
He's gonna blend in what he said.
Okay.
It made a question. Do you think that mental is a crime?
Mental?
Yeah, the mental, like y'all talking about bipolar, all that's together. You think all of that's a crime?
By crime, what do you mean? I'm sorry.
Like do it equals to a crime? Do it makes a crime?
Being mental. Is
it a crime?
Being in that condition depends on the situation, really.
Because I got that from another paragraph somewhere. I got to find it again.
Okay, well, you having that diagnosis, no. Let me ask that question. No.
Okay.
No, absolutely not. That's like me telling you, I'm crippled. That's a crime. And in fact, thank you for that question, because people are largely prejudiced because of that.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Just going back to my point. Thank you. Said, see, you be here, Lynn, be here. That's right. Going back to the point, because now we go back to the story.
Okay.
The lady who's a professional, we in a mental health emergency ward.
Right.
I'm sitting with my client, my patient. She said, "Oh, yeah, she has bipolar." No, she's bipolar. Come here. Actually, she's not. I said, "No, why? Why not?" Because bipolar is only her diagnosis. I am is a personal fucking pronoun. How dare you say she's a black woman who's suffering from that? That's what you should have said. But what you said was, because you just labeled him, oh, he got schizophrenia.
Yeah.
He's schizophrenic.
Yeah.
No, he's not. So it's a man who's suffering from schizophrenia.
Yeah.
See, and actually, here's what you should have said. What's his name? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's Sudan. Right. But even people in the professional area, and I get it. No, it's not a crime. You know, and you see it rampant. But what's a crime? Now that's a whole nother class. It's how.
It's a disease.
Yeah, it's how largely. In a sense, yes, because disease means disease, right? But when you again, we want to label. Okay, I'll agree. Who was 85%? When we say slave mental death of power, what we're actually referring to is not bipolar schizophrenia. What we're referring to is people who lack the knowledge of self. Well, you can go there, right? But let me say this to you. Tell you what is a crime. Just like COVID, how largely our people are so affected by mental health. That wasn't the case when we was coming up. That's an occurrence that exists. We get it, but you have I'm watching our people become people. I'm talking about psychotic. Psychotic means a person who's actually detached from reality, physically. I mean, I'm looking at you. I'm like, God damn it, this motherfucker. And I'm not seeing nothing. All I'm seeing is the eternal. I'm at work now. The eternal stimuli. I got your hand going on in your brain. I'm not looking at that. He's here, my left, my right. He could say, "Hey, how you doing, Shaw?" Yeah, and he's like, right. So you know this because this is what's going on here. But actually, this is what I hear when you talk to me. You ready? You actually talk to this. "Hey, Sudan, how you doing?" Because this is what's going on here. I hear this, right? And I get it. Right, you know, so before I got into this field, look at this. I said some crazy stuff out of my mouth too, right? And so I learned knowledge. See, back to the books, all the way back to the nucleus of our class, the knowing. Because I didn't know. I and calling the man, all that, he's retarded. Oh, no, that's not what he is.
That's the word we used to use.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, But this is a person who's suffering, and you can see it. You know, I'm disheveled. I'm looking crazy, and because this things are impacting him or her, right? We had it happen here. People come to you, I'm telling you, yeah, we have people come get them out. We have to learn how to de-escalate shit. Right. I mean, sometimes you got to defend yourself too, because you know, boom, I can't ask you to be a mental health professional. Somebody coming in, I'm telling you, okay, all right. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey. But moving forward. Good question. Thank you for that. No. You know, because to say a person is a crime for a person to have they have mental health, it's like just like saying, oh, you got COPD, that's criminal. He said that's you know, whatever. Good. Like get your hand up, son.
Yeah, like even with genocide, man. You gotta realize, you know, they genocide to kill the black man all the time. That's their main objective, is to destroy the black man. And how do you destroy the black man? Genetically, mentally, right? Psychologically. and then you put certain things out in the atmosphere, subliminal suggestion, and you feed it and stick the pen. Now, you got caught up in all types of medicines. Then the medicines is causing another change reaction on your psychological makeup, your physical makeup. So now all that is, all those components, all those components is inconclusive with the rest of the stuff based on information that your brain receives. Because the brain is like a laptop. It takes in information. Whether the information is good, bad, or poor. It takes it in. Now you got to decipher it. Some people can't decipher the information. So they get caught up in the wiring of the information.
Okay.
That comes from the lack of knowledge itself.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, go. Speak.
Like how you were saying how your brain is like a laptop. It's also like a sponge where it just soaks up and absorbs everything. You know what I'm saying? So if your conscious mind is able to discern and decipher what's coming in and what you're taking in the first place, then you can be easily in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying?
God, listen, beautiful. Now, thank you everybody. Listen to this one. I'm in this field. So, yes, God, I don't go to people's houses. The black man's God. No, that's not my job. My job is not to do that. My job is how you doing, and you know, okay, how can I help you? However, among my colleagues, nurse practitioners and psychiatrists and counselors and peer specialists and all these people, right? So we be sitting there, and we had guards, and I got my brothers. You had guards in there. We had guards, and we in there. We all over the world. But we sitting there. So that lady said, yeah, but so you know, go close to what you were saying, man. How black people are disproportionately impacted by mental health. So I was kind of iffy with that one. I was like, I don't know about disproportionate. That means a whole lot of us are. There are people, but that don't mean with disproportionate. I was like, but anyway, I said, well, okay, but I'm listening now. Sometimes people want to talk and they want to impress you with their vocabulary. Oh, I think it's psychologically, you know, you know. So we sitting there. So okay, so something you said. We got onto the point of medication and stuff like that there. So I hit him with the wisdom middle short degree in 140, the nurse, sticking the pins. Then I hit him with, you know, the 14th degree. But I did it in this manner. I said, well, right. But because the statement was how clients are resistant to medication. So we should use these methods. I said, but listen, but you know what I heard? These some nice methods you're using. But guess the main one you didn't do. How about asking him or her? You know, how is this impacting you? You want to try theories and methods on people. I said, first of all, then historically, let me hit you with this one. I said, you want to use a disproportionate number? No, a disproportionate was what made niggas. Sorry. The people who we are serving are black and brown. And they come and still impacted by the residual effects of slavery. Yes, they are. And right, unseen by most. Now, we here to help them. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be the first one to tell somebody I know how we are about medications and whatever, but I'd be remiss in my duty to tell someone or one of my clients whatever. But I have also a cultural obligation to hit them with the knowledge of themselves. Knowledge in this respect, the knowing your right to do something. To knowing, see, because that's what the mental health thing is, real quick. I don't have the ability like you to discern what's right and what's whatever. There's a law, I'm gonna come after the class and bring it to you. It's called the McDonald Rule. And it started with in early 1800s. These lords are coming through in his carriage. And this dude pulls out a gun and he's shooting them. The police come, he's still shooting. They had to subdue him. So they take him to court. The lawyer cries, yo, he's mentally going through mental health. The judge question was, because his guy's name is McDonald or whatever, when the police came, did he stop or did he continue? He said he continued. Well, this is somebody, man, if I see you and you telling me to stop and I'm still going, there's something wrong with that picture. But if you stopped, you know your culpability. You knew something was wrong here. He stopped? Yeah. He dropped the gun, he did that, whatever. Okay, bet, okay. Okay, I'm sure there is some mental health, but not as severe as you're saying. Right? I guess I'm bringing that up. But again, taking on that responsibility. But this degree, they cover that. Oh, and the sticking the pins. And the black baby's head at birth by telling his mother not her baby was an angel baby. How does that impact this particular conversation in mental health? Because you have people that will come and tell you, listen, you take this medication, this will help you. The person saying, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, you have no choice. Yeah, the hell you do. You know, we ain't gonna, no. I mean, yes, and that, you know, so, and then also how we're looked at. See, I said, through your lenses. See, now it's just so holistically, how I look at you, right? This is a black dude. See, white dude, see, let me show you something too. He a black seed. You a black seed. But I don't understand the universal language of that. So when I see him come in, his complexion, to you, I'm going to treat him differently. Oh, yes, oh, what's your name again, Joe?
Matthew.
Oh, hey, yeah, you welcome to our hospital. What's your name? Get out of here. Get in the back. Yeah. Get in the back. How dare you smile at me? I mean, people don't talk like this. Like, Jeff might knock me out. You know what I mean? Yeah. What the hell? No. But the prejudice. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, God? You know, so, I don't see it's rampant, but it exists.
Yeah.
Right, but listen, because your enemy knows this, I'm not going to be as overt. I'm going to be insidious. Meaning I'm going to be under the radar. In fact, with the colored man, you know your degree. Why do we call him that? Because I think, well, the God said it. I God. Because my ability to make right look wrong and wrong look right. I make wrong fair seeming to you. You know what I mean? That's how I color the truth.
Very well put.
You know what I mean? You know, even though I had another explanation with big colors, but that's neither here nor there. But going back to
Color the truth.
the roots of our class, a piece to this discussion. For some that just came in, I know we got people come regularly, and I thank you for coming. We have books. Ain't forget you.
Okay.
We have books. I will. Well, we choose the law is 5% because we're talking about you're in the law school. And we have books like Black People Invented Everything, Nature Knows No Color Line. You know, we have books along that line too, because these things will help you as you expand. Another book you got I like you said Black People.
Everybody's African.
Everybody's African. Yeah, I get that. Yo, that was like that, girl. I went back to the tape. So I said, okay, let me get that one. I forgot that one, and I like the cause that kind of said it all. You know, the title, but I have to look at the book. Because again, the root of civilization is there. You know, and again, God, we're not negating world civilization. Okay, peace to the Greeks, peace to these other people. But our issue is you crushed our truth to the earth. Then you lied and said, oh no, Piemonte and Matthew, they ain't do that. That was Socrates, Aristotle, and Plato. They didn't. No. In fact.
They don't have no history.
Yeah. Black people, yes. Thank you, Dr. Sojan Kumar Das. Yes, we did. Black people invented everything. There's a story I'm gonna try to look up. It's a metaphor, not a metaphor, but it's like a fictional story where the girl, a white child, goes to her mother and said, "Mommy, if something to the effect, if black people weren't here, what would happen? That all of a sudden certain things are disappearing. a comb, a spoon, this and that, dishes, vacuum, street lights, this and that. And so she's explaining what happened to the toothbrush. Well, this person invented so-and-so. I like the way the story's going. So what happened with the washcloth? Oh, this person invented so-and-so. What happened to the, well, Gary G. Morgan did the street light. Oh, what happened to, well, Eli Whitney did the cotton gin, so-and-so, ba. You know, so, and it talked about essential and world contributions that we've made, right? And a lot of times, of course, I think somebody in the classroom said it, oh, well said too, whoever said this. Because I was talking about how patterns, because when you design something, right, you create the pattern. Like, for instance, right, we have light. Yeah, sure enough, Thomas Edison did the light, but the filament to the light that turns it on was Louis Latimer. Yeah, so you designed the bulb. That's what you did. Oh, look, the bulb, this is what, okay, great, Thomas. But here comes the black man, can't do nothing without this. Right? But during the times that these inventions were going on, you know, again, I'm like, oh, I'll buy that from you, Wise. For $150 back then, that was a whole lot of money, or whatever the case may be, you know. But then, instead of saying, or even when I bought it, well, you know, the street light was by, Thomas Strawberry. And I'm going to tell you about P. Almighty, and I'm going to tell you about the guard here, or Gary G. Morgan, or the first open heart surgery. Huh? You know what I mean? Okay, fast forward. What was it? Oh, wasn't it a black doctor that did a brain surgery? Was it the baby that was in the fetus? Or was it the woman that was pregnant? It was a black doctor. But then after that, after he did this black Donald Trump move, that kind of like brought down his, but he did a neurosurgeon, this black man was. He went on to become a politician. But he did something.
Ben Carson.
Was it? Yeah, what did he do?
Carson. He separated two Siamese twins.
Okay.
Two twins, yes.
Yeah.
By the brain.
Huh?
They were connected by the
brain. By the brain, right. The brain. That's a delicate, I'm not separating you from the arm, it's the brain. Yeah, thank you, God. Thank you, my man. Are you doing this? You had weed today, huh? You know what I'm saying? No. So,
they say an apple is better than a cup of coffee. You saw me walk in with my apple, so.
Okay. There you go. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so peace to, thank you for that. So we're talking about the invention of everything, right? Because we did, right? And that's why Allah said what He said, man. We're not here to. When you know who you are, then you know everything around you, right? So, but we're not here to characteristically, because you unlike me, I hate you. In fact, you're not going to emulate the ways of the slave master, but you're going to know who you are, so you won't be a slave. See, because everything is real. You know, we get up in here and we lose focus, right? So, and then later, you know, I'm sure other people from other ships. By ships, I mean, it's about armed struggle. Okay, that's cool for you. You know, you want to fight and overthrow shit. That's cool. Yeah, that's why Allah said, man, if you go overthrow a government, you go overthrow the government off this planet. Yeah, this planet here. This plane, right, right. This is the plane that was impacted because you had the knowledge of you, and that's why also a lot of times, this is why unfortunately going back to your 2 points about agents and listen to this one. Oh, there go my brother. Peace.
Peace, gods.
Peace. Yeah.
All right.
And gods and yeah.
All right. I'm sorry.
Okay, you got the queen there too. Yeah, yeah. All right. I need so We're going, listen, right? I'm going to conclude on this note. We're going, there's a tape with Dumas and all the guards at Mid-City Hall. Simultaneously, listen to me. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to social intelligence. When I say simultaneously, what do I mean?
Together.
At the same time. Right. While he's there, I'm at the school. I never forget this, Colleen and Umala. They were the last ones here. I was on my way to the school I wanted to go. So he said, listen, God said somebody got to be here. I want to go. No, I want to go there. So God, we need somebody here. And I'm glad I listened. So I said, that's okay, Beck, no problem. A young guy named Raheem and his other brother came, right? Book's brother suit, flag, right? Never forget this. Shows my name is Allah Shah. They both came in. Young guy said, yo, God, I heard they going down to City Hall. I said, yeah. I said, God, peace, man. So who's the brother? He said, my name is Infinite. That's what he said. Listen, the story gets real funny. I always tell the story. I said, hey, Infinite, where are you from? He said, Medina. Where's Medina?
Brooklyn.
Right. I said, where in Medina? He said, 135th Street. I said, what?
Right?
Yeah, right. I said, now I know that there's some streets in Canarsie, 105, and there's a, 86th Street, but ain't no 135. We ain't doing that one. Right, listen, we go on. I said, okay, that's Manhattan. You been up here? I said, yeah, that's not. So let me examine it further. I said, you got 120? Yeah. And the famous, when you don't have it and you're miscombobulated, you're not rooted in the knowledge. What happened? Oh yeah, well, I got it from I got it from so and so, and he did this and whatever. And I said, that's not what I asked you. I asked you X, Y, Z. I said, okay. Here go my final test. So I played him on the phone, and I told Allah Wajim this several problems ago. I never told him I did this. I said, hey, peace. Wajim, what's up? Yeah, God, listen, man. I'm here with Raheem, and I'm here speaking our language now. I'm here with his other father, Cypher Love. So, no response, huh? I said, okay. Yeah. I said, okay, bet. I said, okay, bet. I'm looking at him too. He said, you're not going to respond to that. I just called you a fool. I said, okay, bet, click. I said, do me a favor. What's your name? So-and-so. Okay, bet. Do me a favor. Well, take the flag off. Take this flag off. I said, okay, now where on 135th Street do you live? And he said something like Lennox Avenue, where there's no store, where there's nothing but stores. Okay, you can write your name down. Let's do an honorable name. Yeah, do me a favor, get up out of here. I gave that flag to him alone. Now, in the same, before Dumas speaks, there's this Chinese man there, Mr. Fong. His wife said, yes, we want to say so and so, da yeah, whatever. So eventually I called Umar, who confirmed through Mr. Fong that he worked for them. This dude, Infinite. No, you're not God. Right? Because in final analysis, you was a, whatever you want to call it, agent, provocateur, hoping that somebody, okay, you going to the school? Because how the story goes, God, he sees Raheem, and he bumps into him. And then Raheem goes on, I need to include this part of the story also, that, because he didn't know where the school was. He went to law school, and you live in 135th Street, right there. Okay, bet. I didn't get that part till later. That's sort of God, later on. But again, and why am I bringing that up? Lastly, because, no question. You got people, just like you the true living God, you the true living devil. No question. Right? They definitely hate y'all. You and your team teaching the babies. Ain't worrying about Lord Sean's 120 class. This is good, this piece. We do. He's teaching children? Lord's teaching, he's teaching the baby? And what is he teaching them? He's teaching them not to go back to school, respect the government. That's why Robert said what he said. He said because the father's out of function with these politicians. And, Lindsay, he empowered Lindsay. It wasn't no just wear the flag. Lindsay going to offices of government telling them, listen, man, you all lost. The 5% up there, they ain't doing that. Right? So some people, but you have people that, I'm not with that, man. It's us against them. Some people like, okay, peace to the 5%ers. Okay, but we got them. And he's teaching young, because these young brothers that are older now were 13 and 12 and 16 then. And then they were growing. Right? thank you for your correction of the geographical areas. Queens is bigger than Brooklyn, but I meant that you know Brooklyn being the largest borough, and then the truth impacting them there, and they growing, right? And then Bert Roberts sees, you know, you could be in law and order, bro. You come to the Bronx, I'm gonna lock you up. Teach that there. We don't want that there. You know, we going to say something?
No, I was saying when I said Brooklyn was the largest, but I forgot that it was
Queens.
Queens.
Queens,
we can get it.
No.
That was for the audience.
Yeah, no.
We on point.
Yeah,
that's all.
No, because they're both big, but one is bigger. Yeah, right. No, I got
In fact,
you.
there was one at one time.
Yeah.
They didn't even mention Staten Island in that article.
Yeah, but again, you're truthful. But then I'm going back to the gardens to my people because our primary focus is the youth. It's the people like yourself. Older people want it, but primarily, history is important. Like Marcus Garvey said, history is important to people like roots are to a tree. That means many things. That means the knowledge of you, but the root is the children, right? And he empowered them. Oh, and then lastly. And I'll just conclude on this note, why the 5% is successful, because unfortunately there were other groups of people, right, who like, okay, Matthew and Just Design, and a few other brothers who might have been heads of these organizations that were great. You know, the old sign, take the head, right? You know, take the head and the body, you know, the body follow. Yeah, body fall. That's why we were taught the knowledge empowered us. Ain't no leadership. Ain't no leader here.
You got leadership.
No, there's leadership among us as a people. But you have best knowers, yeah. Because electrician, he's a plumber, he's a carpenter. She does optometry. He does. So we all have a thing that we lead in here. You know what I mean? I can't go to we talking about the law school, and I'm gonna talk lights on. Today mathematics, you're not spooky. No, now you wilding. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to know what to do here. So we empower. So that's why it was like of course we were impacted by his laws, by the going back to the essence of life. But we was able to bounce back. The essence of the show improved in 1971.
That's right.
But then the refocusing of the babies, because they're the greatest. Right? No disrespect, no. And I'm gonna tell you why. Don't get mad at my older people. I teach an older person, right? But statistically, you're not gonna run with it like he is. And I get it because you want more. God, thank you. Just like the young youth, thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But when you give it to these babies, I'm all over the place. That's what I want you to do with it. I'm gonna teach you etiquette and civilization, but I know you still gonna be in touch. I need you to run. See, if I got to know, especially at this time now, I'm like, oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I get the black man's card. I gotta take these Jerry tour. I'm going to bed tonight. Right? No, there's no problem with that. Ain't no problem. It'll be peace. Knowledge looks good on black people. But we need to teach them, because the law of probabilities, you need new leaders. You need fresh legs.
Right.
See, Michael Jordan had to move out the way of Kobe and them. Yeah, Kobe had to move out the way of not to move out the way. I don't mean like get out the game. Well, no, yeah, get out this game. You can. That's that. It's for the older brothers. You consult. That's why you're there. I was a lazy little young 5%er. I used to always ask the older guard, "Hey, God, why you always telling me go over there?" Because it's your turn to go over there. Get in the game. Why you scared to get in the game here? I said, okay, let me stop. You know what I mean? Why you always telling me why you can't do that? Because I'm telling you. And then later on, I understood. You know what I mean? Like a pastor, but you want to make sure you pass the baton right. So you know what I mean? So you pass the baton, you're like, okay, bet. You know? And then I'm noticing that when we come to the yard, I got screens on the most. I always say yard because I'm quite often than not, that's where I was in prison. Right? The black men has seen the herd. Everywhere. Yeah, so I don't hear that bullshit about, oh, hey, yeah, sure was. Sure was. But I need to be taught there too. Right? But anyway, why wasn't you in the yard? You ain't screaming Law Supreme in them. Because Law Supreme been in years, months, and days. You just getting the knowledge. So why wasn't you get you know what I mean? Yeah, so so you know. Right? Why? Listen to this one. Then I can empower others about what to do and what not to do. Wisely so. Right. You know what I mean? And teach people that wisdom means you ain't gotta do what I did.
Exactly.
With true wisdom is I heard what you said. I ain't gotta do that. I ain't gotta go to jail. Oh, you that should happen to you? Yeah, bet I won't do that one. Yeah, bet I won't do that. Oh, in fact, young God told me, I kid you not, loving to death. I wouldn't make you be 5% you have tough skin. He told you at the parliament, he was knowledge built and destroyed. How old was he? 18. Okay. All right, so he said, damn, I'm glad you home. I said, thank you, God, peace, God. You know, yeah, because you know, nah. He said, because I thought at one point you was Musa. I said, damn. I said, Musa? So my stupid ass, I'm looking at him like, I said, why you say that? He said, because you kept running back and forth to them hills and mountains like they were caves. I said, oh, shots fired. I was like, damn, nigga, go to the hospital, emergency room. You know what I mean? Caught me. Yeah, that was right. You doing up there, we need you out here.
Hit you with 5 shots.
Yeah, I was like, wow, he did it, did he? I was like, what? But my actions, I knew what not to do by seeing you do what you did. Learn you like cook food, but I'm not, oh, I ain't doing that. Every time you teach a class, they snatching you. And then when I need the knowledge, you're not there. I'm getting it from Matthew. Matthew, my man, but I want to get it from you. But you up there now talking about, come on, man. And keep it real, keep it green with you. I'm not gonna beat you in the head neither. But so the knowledge of self, and what I learned, and how I'm not going back because there was a lot about me I needed to know. So once I got into that. Then I said, okay, but that won't be happening no more. And I'm sorry, I keep saying, I'm going to conclude. Dope fiends hang with who? Cops hang with who? Right, so the successful hang with the successful. The true living hang with the true living. I'm hanging with the wrong group of people. But you keep getting what they getting. Blocking! Yeah, I'm hitting you like that. Yeah, so I don't want that no more. Then you need to hang. No. And here's what success was. Right? If Maker, Justice Zion, and all the rest of y'all are out here. So what are they doing that you're not doing? See, so give me a pen. So take your pad out and find out what they doing. Do what they doing.
Take some notes.
Right. Take some notes. Right. So you know. Okay, no. I'm not doing that shit you was doing. That I'm not doing. But here's what boom. And lastly, Hills and mountains is in what degree?
The culture degree in the 1 to 14.
Hills and mountains?
Wait, that's hills.
Hills and mountains is in what degree? Lesson.
Actual
fact. Yeah, say it?
The power degree in the actual fact.
There you go, guys. I want you to
correct that. The hills and the caves.
The hills where?
The hills and the caves.
Oh, and 1 to 14. Okay, I'm sorry. I may not have been clear. God asked me after getting my diploma, right, in prison, what does fire now, which is power, have to do with hills and mountains? So I'm going to get the pen out, because now I know. I ain't scared of numbers no more. I'm ready to take the 12, and he said, no, that's not what I mean. I said, what are you talking about? He said, simply, you will have to go through a lot of hills and mountains to acquire true truth and power. You're going to have to go through something. You have to go through that. See, mathematically, I'm telling you, power is truth. And its relationship to hills, you're not going to, it ain't going to come to you, like, you're the true and living God. You go through true and living circumstances. You know what I mean? Oh, you got to love hell. No, you don't. You going to go through something. You ain't got to embrace it. I did that. I wrote books like my brothers did. on how to embrace hell, but you ain't got what's hell? Me going down trying to catch this train and whatever the case may be, or whatever, you know, I didn't get paid on time, or you know, I'm back in my rent and I'm struggling. Yeah, okay, but that don't mean, but you overcome that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When the wind blew, I'm not doing, but you give me this package, man. I need that package. Let me get this money. Let's go. I'm not waiting. I'm not doing that. But that largely came from my lack of not having skills and not being marketable. Right. That's what that was. So I was accessible. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not here testifying, and I'm just telling you, know. So when I met my brothers, they didn't judge me. Said, okay, God, here's what you gonna do. Right. Then shut the fuck up. Excuse my language. We're not doing that here. You can't, this was the bill, God. You can't, yeah, I use vulgarity too. You can't computate how hills and mountains and numbers. And then I found out your multiplication was atrocious. So here's what you need to do, God. Don't worry about what the day mathematics. The day mathematics for you is what? Go to school. Don't even come along unless you're in school. Yeah, because how you gonna be the God and can't square off land? And if someone asks you what's the difference between square inches and regular inches, you can't tell them. You look dumb as and you tell them you the God. So I said, let me run with that. Let me run with that. Knowledge is, that's why I lost to go to school, right? So and I did. And then I seen the importance. I became marketable. That's okay, bet. We got that, my degree, I ain't going back in there. You know what I mean? I'm not. I mean, there were periods, of course, because he there. And I keep telling you, yeah, we know the colored man's the devil, but let me say this to you, man, I'm sorry. The devil also, listen to me very carefully, and if any older guard got an argument with it, tell him come see a Lord Shaw. The devil also, say, listen, everyone, is anyone or anything that would deliberately get in the way of your progress. Here, Law Supreme walking down the block, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get right in his goddamn way. I'm gonna get right in his way. I'm not bothering you. Why am I doing that? Because my intent is to prevent your progress. You're not my bad. That's my, but no, you're the big, you're a doer of evil. I'm deliberately getting in your way. The white man, come on, man. I jumped over 5 of you for my brother Azrael. Shit, that's a white man who was taught by Allah. Right? Back in the 60s, he been around. You know what I mean? He passed away. But, yeah. But my point is, so anything. And that's why, I get it. And I know that's why I see my people, not young brothers, older brothers too, women. You know what I mean? And say, hey, looking at me all crazy. I get it. You see, you was programmed to do that. So you looking at me, don't know me from a can of house paint. So why are you turning your nose up at me like I need to use underarm deodorant? Right. What do I do to you? Right? But because you're disconnect from me. Right? Because see, where I'm from, when I look at you like that, we about to go down. Because you're the enemy. If I look at you like that, yeah. You know what I mean? But just looking at you like that just because you look at him. Hey, what I do to you? Look at me. I mean, hey, look at me like that. You look at me like that for? Yeah. So right. So, again, knowledge itself. Thank you for coming to the class. Thank if Mega and everybody here. You know what I mean? And I know my audience when y'all see this, woohoo! When he finally put it up there, hey, you gotta read some of these comments. They're colorful. Look at this donkey with books. Blasphemy! God's gonna get you tomorrow. Oh, you lucky I don't know where you live. I'm like, damn, like, wow. Thank you. Yeah, but peace to everybody. Peace. Great class too.
If Mega did this.